your suggestion, correct?
Well, hang on.
Yep.
I'm currently
Okay.
ready to go live on my end.
Now, seeing as I have absolutely no history whatsoever with this game or its franchise, aside from what has been showcased to us via the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, what is the peak lore behind the Ape of Escapes?
Kevin, where's your video? Oh, there it is.
Repeat that?
What is the lore behind the Ape of Escapes?
Literally, what happens is that what are these called?
There are apes.
They're called peak point helmets, but people call them something else entirely. I forget what. But after a circus attraction monkey puts it on, he becomes the smartest ape in the world, and so he tries to take over the world by giving these helmets to other monkeys that are dumber than him, so he could try and take over not only the world but all of time and space. So he uses a time machine from a random scientist to literally travel through time so apes could conquer Earth, and now this kid is the one that's going to try and capture each and every single ape that's been recruited, including the head villain.
Okay.
That happens to be
I have several questions
an ape too.
about that. One, the first one being, doesn't he already know that apes conquered the Earth? They're called humans. Humans are apes. There's no denying that.
Well, I do appreciate that lore. Anyway, so we're racing an ape escape.
Yes. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a Mehtly crew we are.
Anyway, so... let's see if...
It's time to hunt down a bunch of apes that are wearing Spock's helmet from Star Trek.
And let's see
and by which I mean the Spock helmet from the toy line.
And let's see if I don't utterly dominate yet. In 3, 2, 1. In the not too distant future, next Sunday AD,
there were two spiky-haired kids running down the
not
street.
different from you or me.
They went to a teapot-shaped lab.
The apes
Found the apes were really mad.
Oh, god damn it. Hold on.
Now,
Hold on.
I have to admit,
Yeah,
I just realized.
not aligned properly.
Yeah, I was not aware that the game was going to start the second I hit new game. I was hoping that there would be a settings menu before this.
Sorry, I think my my TV audio ended up leaking. Oh, they're making monkey noises, so...
Tell me, doctor, where
Let me
are we going this time?
So...
Is this the 50s or 1999?
See there, I restrained myself very heavily on the... Just limited to just that. Can I potentially have more?
Gotta get back in time.
So why do the monkeys want to go back in time? Are they trying to enact the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Hail Caesar!
Caesar Satan?
Spike, can you hear me? You must listen carefully. Something awful.
Doc, you and I were literally in the same room until like 5 seconds ago.
You know, the funny thing is that...
Oh, the music kicks ass here.
You know, the funny thing is like, they have a PSP version of this game with different...
That is not at all the same.
Okay.
That is not at all the same. It's more of a remaster, except, not really remastered because it's on the PSP and there's only one analog stick.
And there's different And there's different voice acting.
Yeah,
There's
isn't it
different
based on-
voice acting. The graphics are remastered.
Yeah, wasn't it based on the European
You
version?
get
that
to
version?
hold only 3 gadgets instead of 4. The music's different too.
For any monkey business, Spike. Our
That's weird.
fate is in your hands. We're dependent
Yeah.
on you. Be careful.
I haven't played much of it because it just feels weird to play.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
fair.
like it's not like Katamari Damacy where it was. I got to capture 3 monkeys.
I mean, hell,
No.
the PSP version of Castlevania
Okay, do I?
Symphony of the Night is at least pretty much the same, but
I'm
with
going-
the
So I'm going to wait here until you guys get through the cutscene.
That's a port, man. That's the thing. It's just a port. I went
it's
through
a
the cutscene
port
already.
with new voice acting and
Yeah.
and
Are we
all of
talking
the
about PSP
things,
port?
all of the things
From
from
the
the
Sa-
Saturn version,
port.
yes.
from the Saturn version, and that without the Saturn areas.
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
and without
dang.
the glitches that the Saturn version had. Vibration
Oh,
is on,
friend.
sound
What
is
are we
stereo,
Wow.
music, sound effects, yeah.
And what game are we talking about?
Symphony of the Night.
Oh, right.
I mean, granted, the
So I
voice
have-
acting,
The Stun
Voice
Club
acting
and the
in-
Time Net.
Symphony of the Night is actually quite solid, and on the remaster,
Yeah.
can't really say the same on the. Obviously, I can't say the same on the original, just as based on the fact that
that you're wrong.
no, it's okay. No, I'm not wrong.
Alucard sounds like shit in the new version.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He at least has a better sounding mic.
Alucard should always sound.
Ooh,
Alucard should always sound
damn.
something like this.
Alex, with that, Alex, you have a better mic than the guy who voices Alucard in the
Okay,
original.
so are we in the game now?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I've been in the game.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
waiting for the cutscene to end.
Get back here, you stupid
back here.
monkey. Come on,
Got him.
come on,
Ah, damn it!
come on. Ow. I swear this monkey is trying. I mean,
Ah, damn it!
fuck. I died.
And I died.
Monkey.
Yeah, we were going
I
to be
swear
making
I was-
as many references to that as possible. Okay, that's
Monkey.
Uh,
that's a jump.
So,
That's first person. That's also jump.
Oh.
What's attack?
Oh, man. Oh, if only I get to experience this area in
Oh, that's
VR,
attack.
it would be awesome.
you know, the sad thing about, it's kind of sad at how like both the original English and Japanese Dr. Belmont had passed away. Hey, in recent memory.
Oh. Too bad no one really talked about it.
I kind of was bummed out about it.
Kill, die. Fuck you, monkey. God
Monkey.
damn it!
I gotta
This
have
is a
the
novel control scheme, although I don't like it.
How are you not used to something like this?
I have never played this game before.
Really?
I have played Snake vs. Monkey.
That is not at all the same.
I know!
Snake versus Monkey is a cinematic masterpiece.
I know there's
Can
a.
we talk about- can we talk about
Unfortunately,
how
I
Snake-
can't really catch the.
to call it Snake Escape.
Yeah, can we talk about?
Unfortunately, I
how,
can't really catch.
For the Xbox version, it's going to be Snake versus Bomberman
I
instead.
can't really catch the fourth
That's cool.
in this age since
You have to go back. Play
yeah.
the level
Yeah,
again,
there's a lot of that. You'll eventually be able to catch them when you get the appropriate gadgets.
Yeah, I figured that to be the case.
neat seeing
Based
what-
on me doing some practice as with this.
Welcome to the time
game
station,
earlier.
Marty. Everything here will help you with your mission. This is the warp room. In front of you, the round switch will take you to the stage select area.
I will gladly pay for someone to make a Doc Brown mod for Ape Escape.
All you gotta do... I wish they... Is there a PC version? There probably isn't because it's Sony.
Yeah.
I would pay... legit, I would probably pay for a PC version of this game just so that I could mod it, you know? This
But
is
Alex,
the
that
minigame
would be
corner.
a smart business decision.
I know. Speaking of smart business decisions, Sony, well, rather, the people behind The Last of Us Season 2 have made a couple of smart decisions and a couple of really stupid decisions that I'm going to go into as we get through this.
Alex, that's literally just Season 1 again.
That's fair.
They did the... Remember when they removed the spores and re-added them back in Season 2? Because of fucking course they did?
Oh, I haven't gotten that far in Episode 1 yet, but I'm
it's
about
not
half...
Episode 1. That was revealed before,
Well, I'm about halfway through Episode 1, and I'll probably get done through the rest of it before Episode 2 shows up.
Mhm.
Saving. It's neat to see the kinds of weird shit that happens outside of the areas here. Because originally all the PS1 games were in 4x3, and I've got it hacked to widescreen. So it's neat to see what's going on outside of that area. Okay, so... Okay, so what's this? Tell me, Doc. Where are we going this time?
Doctor!
Doctor, give me the news.
Just...
Medic! Help now!
Oh, is this where I need to go?
I-
Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I need a dispenser right here.
Anyways, The Last of Us Season 2
You motherfucker.
starts off almost immediately where The Last of Us Season 1 left off,
I've got a new gadget. Check it out.
except that it just starts off apropos of nothing with Ellie asking Joel, tell me everything you told me about the Fireflies was real, and he says yes. And, like, there's no telling whether that happened, whether this is supposed to happen after he killed all of them in Season 1, before they even met. Like, I don't know where this is, but then it cuts to Abby and the rest of the Fireflies burying the dead after Joel's little rampage at the end of the first season. Exit the
Is
water,
Abby better casted than Bella Ramsey?
Abby would have been... The actress playing Abby should have been Ellie. I'm just gonna say that.
Wow.
It is wildly distracting how much of a better casting for Ellie that okay. How do I
Look up look up the one that's supposed to play the main girl in the Last of Us series. Look her up and then compare her to the actress in the show, and then look up a villain called look up a Dick Tracy villain called Littleface, and you'll see why.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Swim back
The
towards
moment I
surface
saw her, I
there.
was like, Littleface Finney?
Yeah, rather than having... This show does the same kind of dumb thing that the first season did, where it has characters explaining things that happened off screen, rather than actually having them do stuff that was on screen. We gotta go up. Okay, there we go.
Gotcha, you son of a bitch.
He got the monkey.
Okay, there we go. Right stick in to launch the net. Catch monkeys in the water. Monkey in the pool. Catch him with the right stick. Okay.
guys should stream the game on
All right,
Discord
I
for anyone to call.
got the big monk. I got the big thing. Oh,
You motherfucker.
Gizmo, this is a
gotcha, you
Christian
son of a
server.
bitch.
Kevin, this is a Christian server.
No, it's not.
You Plant versus Zombies looking motherfucker.
Fucking.
You can't say that.
There we go. Anyways. So, rather than showing us Abby and company finding, 'cause this is one thing where I will say the game did it better, and this is very going to be very small where I'm going to say that the game did it better. The Last of Us 2 game showed Abby and some of the others finding the dead bodies and finding the wounded in the Firefly compound. The show shows us them actually burying them rather than just cutting. But they've done this really stupid thing where, like, you have to both watch the show and play the game in order to get a complete story. Because neither of
That's
these
stupid.
Yeah, neither of these are what I'd call neither of these are what I'd call particularly well done as far as being complete goes. L2 to use the movable camera. It's like how in the Harry Potter movies, and I'm not trying to spoil anything for our future commentaries, but in the Harry Potter movies, you essentially have to watch you have to read the books to understand what the fuck is going on in the movies part of the time.
Yeah, especially considering one Dobby,
Yeah.
because even
Jump up
as
onto a
pointed,
tree, you can climb up and down.
because the thing about Dobby is that, and he has more of a part to play in the books. Bitch.
You can't say that.
Yeah, Dobby has more of a part to play in the books, but they just don't. Hey,
But then he just suddenly shows up in Deathly Hallows, and
legitimately,
Ron and
Plants
Hermione
versus zombie motherfucker.
he seem to know him very well, even though
he was literally only ever seen by Harry, and
in Chamber of Secrets,
yep,
it's the film.
Massive
You ever
plot hole.
thought that maybe Harry told them about him?
No, because we know that's not true.
You sure
Because
about
in the
that?
books, they met Dobby.
Yeah, it's just an error.
You're an error.
What?
Monkey!
Game?
Gotcha.
Monkey!
Monkey.
At least your gym partner ain't a monkey.
Oh, hey,
You
it's a
gotta be
police
careful
sword.
of what kind of jokes we make this stream. We can easily get canceled tonight.
Well, anyways, I got a Spectre coin.
Ow, bitch. I swear, I'm getting in.
Surface. God damn it.
Gizmo, I have now
Oh, God
kind of
damn
gotten
it.
into the habits where I'm just pretty much saying stuff that you would normally say.
Okay, well, I only need to kill one monkey.
I mean,
Alex,
catch.
you can't do that today.
Why?
bad.
Why can't I kill monkeys today? Is it because it's the day before tax day?
You can't do that in today's era. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Thankfully I mailed all my stuff
Oh yeah, I got
up over the weekend.
I got all my taxes
Alex,
done already.
do you want
Nope,
us to
there's a
get
T-Rex.
canceled,
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
I'm a
T-Rex.
motherfucking T-Rex.
Alex, I don't want to die.
Well, I'm not afraid to die. Not afraid. I'm not afraid
Gotcha.
to die.
You will.
Oh, I'm not afraid. Not afraid to die.
Oh, but you will.
Okay, got a
Anyways.
message.
So,
Spike says hi. Hello.
hi, Spike. So, anyways, they show us Abby, and Abby is, she kneels down at her father's grave, and she puts the medal down, and then we have kind of an oblique conversation between her and the surviving Fireflies, and, like, I really get the sense that they're trying to fix what went wrong with the game version. And, that's understandable. Craig Mazin is not in a great position, having to adapt legitimately one of the most infuriating games of all time. And I get a
Alex,
sense
I think you
that
just need to get good.
I get a sense that they're actually doing some decent stuff here.
Yeah, Spike asks, how's it going? I'm like, it's...
At the same time, they then pull a Young Justice, and they immediately skip 5 years.
That's stupid.
In which time, so the show then does something that immediately pisses me off again, but it also made me kind of happy. So, it's kind of a mixed bag. So, I gotta break this down. So Ellie is training with a guy, and she's training with a guy who's about, roughly around my size,
And Spike says he's a new sub. Thanks for the sub.
Yeah, thanks for the sub, Mac. Spike. I called you Mac for some reason. I don't know why.
You get an A.
Surrounded by a steep cliff. If you fall off, you're finished. Use the D-pad to move the camera around. Oh, why didn't they tell me that earlier? Why isn't there a camera center button like there is in Legend of Zelda?
Because that would be.
You mean the Legend of Link?
Legend of Zelda.
Hiya!
This is a passageway to a different area. I will come back. Anyways, they do a thing where Ellie gets a guy she's fighting with this guy, and she, like, takes a hit that probably should have taken her down, but then they immediately say, hey, it's like, yeah, that guy was pulling his punches. It's like, you can't, like, you gotta be more careful when you're fighting somebody who's literally twice your size, Which is something that I'm, as a martial artist, I really appreciate. Something I don't appreciate as a martial artist, though, is the fact that they, had her tap a guy out from from one of the worst triangle chokes I've seen in my goddamn life. So, if you don't know what a triangle choke is, it's where you wrap your legs around somebody's throat, and you have to kind of go sideways and get one of your ankles up into the knee of the other one, and then squeeze your knees in
just
tight.
got in.
Jared!
Jarrett!
Hey, Jared, what's up?
Not much. How about you guys?
Oh, we're playing Ape Escape.
I'm doing good.
Those darned apes have escaped.
Spike wishes that they could remake Ape Escape. I'm like,
Yes.
I don't want them to remake
I will
Ape
not
Escape.
trust modern Sony.
never trust Sony with
the apes.
Never trust Sony with anything.
The apes
Never
were right
trust
all
Sony
along.
with an easy success.
The T-Rex is
I'm
very
doing
aggressive.
all right. Just
It won't be hurt by
been
your
working
weapons.
my ass off.
Hit the T-Rex. And
Have you
run
been
to the
working
rocks.
9 to 5?
When the
And I have
T-Rex
to say
runs
it
after
is a way to make a
Jump
living.
out of the way.
My baby
If
takes
he hits his head hard enough, the T-Rex might just drop that monkey.
Take the morning train. I work from 9 to 5 and then not make another. Yeah. No, Saturday was a 16. I wish it was a 9 to 5.
Oh,
Oh, man.
God.
I thankfully did not have to deal with a 16-hour day, but I did have to work an extra 4 hours because one of my coworkers had a migraine, and I had to sub in on Tuesday. Sorry, not on Tuesday. Tuesday isn't here yet. On Sunday. And as Ben knows, that was a fun time, wasn't it?
Excuse me.
Well, thankfully,
Anyways.
today was a regular 8-hour shift.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Oh, wrong one. Hey, Jared, there's a mod for Ape Escape you might enjoy. It just released, and you get to capture up to 20 monkeys at once if you wanted to. You know what it's called?
No, what's it called?
Yeah, it's called the Ram Ranch.
I somehow saw that coming. Gizmo, somehow I saw that coming a mile away.
How does that even
Gizmo
make
is becoming
sense?
predictable.
How does that even make sense? Ram Ranch, it's a cowboys, not naked monkeys.
Okay.
18 naked monkeys
18
dear
naked
Lord,
monkeys.
at Ram Ranch.
Wait,
Okay,
monkeys
Jared.
always naked.
Okay, Jared.
Ram
Okay,
Ranch.
Okay, Jarrett, we've had 18 half-naked cowgirls, 13 naked dwarves, 4 half-naked hobbits, and 1 half-naked wizard. Those last 2 are working out at the gym down at Rand Ranch.
Yeah, you're now picturing Gandalf doing the magic mic. You're welcome.
No.
You shall not pass.
I know, I'm sexy.
Your honor,
I've got the
let's
looks
do
that
this.
drive the hobbits wild.
Ride it, my poor
Frodo's
dear.
like, I genuinely was not expecting. But Mr. Frodo, you're built like a freight train as well, as are the rest of us.
What is a
Yeah.
train?
Yeah, but he's old. So blue hair spiky guy is working for the evil monkey. And you know something? Though I encourage
Not really.
the opportunity to battle a being of such grand delusion as you is a sweet fortune.
I'm the master of illusion. Welcome to my mad delusion.
I get the distinct impression you don't know what I just quoted there.
No.
Not really.
Have you never played Devil May Cry 4?
Not yet.
I have. It's
have
been a
it.
long time.
I have it.
Oh, you'd love that scene. It's awesome. Like, it is one of the best scenes in the game.
I'm very sure. Fucking monkey.
So Jarrett, as you might have seen in that Google Doc, I have been working on a bootleg of Devil May Cry. I Netflix season 2 for a hypothetical season 2.
Now,
And it's 10 times better than what we got.
yeah.
What
Now,
we have now.
speaking of better than what we got, so I have to point out that in the 5 years since The Last of Us season 1, Joel has apparently turned into Donald Trump.
Oh,
But
God.
the show, no. The show is portraying him as being right. So he's
That's fucking
so
funny.
So he's like the head of construction in Jackson, right? And he's trying to make sure that everything gets put together right. And so they've got obviously, you know, they've got limited resources, a limited area, and they're trying to make sure they've got enough to make sure that everybody's, you know, surviving, right? And the council,
Right.
the city council keeps bringing more and more people into the city. And, you know, he says, you know, if we keep letting people in, we're not going to have enough resources to take care of anybody. Monkey finding radar is a gadget for finding monkeys. Turn the radar by rotating the right stick. Sound changes when the
Gotcha.
radar
What
detects
you
the direction of the
want?
monkey.
What you want?
Louder the sound it gets. Okay, so now
I
I'm
get
going to be playing
Monkey!
Emerald Hunt, but it's Monkey Hunt.
Well, Gizmo, I get the distinct impression you're definitely going to be dominated.
Don't open a box without a monkey, or
Yeah, I
you'll
managed to
have start
take down
over.
a goddamn UFO without the need of a goddamn long-range weapon.
Yep. No.
Fuck your peak point helmet.
Oh, that monkey is asking for it. Oh, you've got a gun, huh? Well, I've got a net, bitch. So anyway, Jarrett, I will tell you exactly what I have written down in my mess of a Google Doc. Just give me a sec, and I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
Set up each new gadget in order to use them. Press start and
All
then
right.
triangle.
All right, so in lieu of recent events, I had felt this.
Spike, you are now on your way to the mysterious
Jesus.
time of the jungle ruins. You must navigate through thick
I have felt this
jungles,
this strong need to make a bootleg
go on to
for
explore
Adi
the
Shankar.
ruins, but be very careful.
Ours,
The jungle is laden with treacherous pathways and dark
um,
dungeons.
this Devil May Cry series on
You have
Netflix.
already noticed one thing.
Like, so the intent of this is
Varying fields of vision.
to not only make something batshit insane enough to be considered a bootleg, but also to showcase what Adi Shankar could do. Oh, if
He was competent.
now if he embraced the true horny edgelord that he actually was.
Fair.
Come on, let's be real. Only a true horny edgelord go through
He-
threesome.
He's not horny enough.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, but the thing is that Adi Shankar is both really cringe edgy, but not edgy enough.
I am Spectre. I have a
Is there-
very generic voice.
Is there really supposed to be a sound coming out of the radar
Yeah,
art
Yes.
thing? Because it's not there's no sound.
you have to
coming
use
out
the
of it.
right stick to rotate the satellite dish.
Did you really think it would work automatically?
I would assume.
You're using
you-
two joysticks, dude.
Uh,
Did you not go through the tutorial?
I did, but I'm like, what,
Dude,
You gotta use the right analog stick.
that's the gimmick.
New on PlayStation 2. No, damn it. New on PlayStation. Ape Escape. Dual analog action.
dual
shot.
monkey action, which means there are
Use
two
both
monkeys.
sticks to grab twice the monkeys.
Alex, stop
Anyway.
grabbing monkeys. You can't do that.
So the show also has some. The show has some great dialogue where with you know,
That's a good one.
with Joel and Tommy, with Tommy and
That's my
Ellie.
favorite-
But
that's my
there's a
favorite
scene
line.
with Joel and Dina where
We don't
Joel
spank
says-
the monkey will
they're
spank
talking about
us.
they're talking about Ellie being a little
Not
bit,
even supposed to be here today.
they're talking about Ellie being a little bit, snippy with Joel lately. And
Those who are smart as I will survive.
and Joel says, "Well, you're her best friend." It's like the way you should write that is, if anybody should know, it's you. Just say that. You don't have to state what people's relationships are, and how we know if they're going with the way it was in the fucking game.
Hey,
She's not
get out of
just
there.
her best friend, if you know what I mean.
Hey, get out of that UFO, you stupid monkey.
Hey, get out of there.
Somehow he's been brainwashed and he's being
He knows what he did.
Or does he?
Ah, yes, swords. Nature's knives.
Does anybody remember who our main character had to fight against in PlayStation All Stars for his rival battle?
Wasn't it Parappa?
Parappa the Rapper, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've got to go now. My planet needs me.
I can't believe
Parappa
you
Basically, he was just telling Spike to just chill,
And if they Parappa,
and he was like, "Lol, nah, I got monkeys to capture."
Chill.
I got-
Look, they're
I got-
evil.
I got fucking monkeys to kill, man. Ah, come on.
Spectre,
I gotta
who's that?
believe.
I'm with Master Chop Chop Onion. He has no plans to take over the world yet.
I was-
He says that as he's
All in the
visually
mind.
thinking.
Somewhere.
World domination is what you'll find.
I swear this UFO monkey is pissing me off. Get out of there, you son of a bitch!
Monkey.
Monkey.
Ugh.
Oh, I fucking hate heights.
Monkey!
Damn it.
This is horrifying.
Oh god. Oh! Oh man, I had a hard time on levels.
Come on. Come on. Come on, let me get you. Let me get you for a third time. Come on. Come on, motherfucker. Let's do this.
Oh god.
But yeah, if Adi Shankar were the true horny edgelord
Monkey
that he
fell
was,
in a giant pitcher plant.
let's just say the scene that inspired me to commit to writing the bootleg is, well, it would not happen. It would happen, unironically. So, you know how there was that one Spider-Man in comic where Felicia and MJ both dressed up in the Black Cat getup?
I think I
No,
saw
no,
stills
no.
from it. Yes.
Okay, imagine that, but it's Dante as a somewhat hospitalized Peter Parker and a
No,
very
no.
naked Mary / lady and Trish,
Oh god.
Trish as MJ and Felicia Hardy.
Yes.
No,
Would.
no, no,
Next
no,
question.
no, fuck you.
Okay, hey, so yeah, Mary goes through a bit of character development that would lead her to essentially telling Vice President Batman to fuck off.
Hey,
Oh,
bitch,
fuck
I'm
off.
trying to save you. They will digest you, you stupid little simian.
Alex, you can't say that. Jesus Christ, dude.
Call me Lord Freezer for
I s-
how much I can't stand these goddamn monkeys.
Oh, finally, we're getting to the racism now.
I sometimes have to keep reminding myself, for some reason, this game has a crouch button.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
because
cool.
it's trying to be MGS.
I swear
You know
this
who else?
double jump is just so
You-
painfully stiff.
You know
Gotcha.
who else is trying to be MGS?
And I can't find the other two fucking monkeys.
My mom.
My dad.
No, it's my
Fucking
mom.
statue.
Locate a
know.
monkey, switch monkey camera with L2, watch the monkeys in action.
You know who
That's
else
the monkey
spanks the
camera.
monkey? My mom.
You may not be able to watch the monkey.
Muscle Man. And anyway, so after an epic threesome between Dante, Lady, and Trish, because let's be real, I think everybody and their mothers would not argue once about
get-
something like that.
Oh, fuck you. I wanted to get that stupid machine gun you had, you little bitch.
No, no, no! I'm not starting over. No!
No,
He's restarting.
don't do it.
Damn it.
Oh my god, this
Oh, come on.
is
Don't tell me I can't
some
make that.
Damn it.
Come
God
on.
damn it!
No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
Oh,
No,
come
no,
on.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
whatever.
no, 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 no,
No, no, no, no. Fuck you.
Oh my god, it's Hulk Hogan fighting Rey Mysterio. I'm watching Raw right now.
Is that actually happening?
No, you remember the gimmick where Hulk Hogan was pretending to be like a luchador wrestler?
Oh, yeah,
kinda
Mr.
deal?
America.
Yeah, it's
That
happening.
was so
again.
stupid.
I actually kind of like the Mr. America thing.
I did too. Remember
Dude,
when
it
he
was the
put-
Superman glasses
remember when he put
fiasco.
Vince in the
I was
lie
like,
detector?
oh, who was it really?
I'm not a
Okay,
pervert.
so
It
anyway,
can't be Hulk Hogan.
so yeah,
With the similar
Vice
moves,
President Baines would be
similar
fully
build, and the
would be
similar
fully-
looks, the similar
fully
fucking
voiced.
voice.
So Vice President
I'm not the
Baines would be fully
pervert. I
voiced
just wanna
by
kill the Mandel.
Ian James Corlett, because I doubt Kevin Conroy would work enough material for 2 seasons worth.
Yeah.
I'm being realistic.
You
here.
gotta have him. You gotta have him do his Goku voice.
No, he has to sound like the person.
Fucker, I forgot he had those.
I got 5 monkeys now.
5 little
Over
monkeys
here!
jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head.
Oh, his
Spaghetti,
head.
Never forgetty.
All right, so. Okay, seriously, why would. At this point, why would I need the raft when I could just do this with the water gadget?
You'll see why. I already know what stage you're on.
The first of the mysterious jungle.
Come on. Come on. Ah! What you want?
So tell me what you want. What you want?
God
Tell me what
damn
you want.
it.
What you want?
I refuse to do this with the raft.
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
I was more going for Beastie
It.
Boys, but sure.
I'm headstrong and I'll take you on.
Headstrong to take on anyone.
But nothing's
split
gonna
the
break my
coin.
stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no. I've
Give me the
got to
coin.
keep on moving.
Which, by the
There you
way, I was making reference to the Trapped song.
Yeah,
That's the-
I caught it.
Headstrong to take you on.
So tell me what you want. What you really want? I want a stable income with a household of my own with my taxes paid off.
No. No, don't
Haha!
do it.
Suck it!
No. No, don't do it.
Gotcha, bitch.
No. No.
What the?
I hear you.
Don't do it.
I hear you, monkey. Oh wow. Okay, that was
Sugar
easy.
Valley.
Got you.
Monk-
Well, thank you,
Don't you know
Doctor.
you
for
Spy
got
Cast,
telling
what's
me-
my favorite game? I
monkey.
streamed my favorite game a while ago. It was called Twilight Princess.
Great game.
Which, by the way, Chugga Conroy is currently playing through that.
Oh yeah, a lot of people thought he already played it, and to be honest, I thought he did too. I genuinely thought he already.
Let's go through the Dark Ruins. I need to catch 6 monkeys.
No, don't do it.
Monkey.
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 No.
Okay, so...
No, don't do it.
So...
No.
Oh, anyway, they break Dante out of his frozen and carbonite state. From season 1.
What?
Because that
Oh,
Fuck,
no.
you're
happened.
done.
Yeah, because that happened in the Netflix show. Oh, but just before, during the whole American Idiot scene, which I'm like,
This song selection, man. This is like a 5-year-old picked out the songs from the 90s.
Yeah,
in the early
Honey
2000s.
This is like an AMV come to life.
Yeah, these are, I think
Yeah.
Kevin said that. Like, these are like AMV songs that people use in the early 2000s.
yeah,
What was it? Cut My Life
especially,
in
yeah, especially Last Resort by
Pieces. There was American
by Papa
Idiot.
Roach.
There was Miss.
was
Yeah, and there's
Bull-
also. I'm surprised that Miss
gonna call it
Murder from
Return
AFI
Down with
isn't
the
in this.
Sickness.
Yeah, there was Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine.
Bowls. Wait a minute.
What? Did that fucker just do a moonwalk?
I've got balls of steel. Balls.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually added in an AFI
No.
song like Miss Murder or
You
something
roast
in the Devil May Cry series.
Oh, and
I'm surprised
Balls.
My Immortal didn't make it in.
Evanescence
surprised-
is in.
I'm
There's an
surprised
Evanescence song for that show.
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna
but
call
I'm
it-
surprised
I'm
that he
gonna
got
call it
an
Disturbed
original
Down with
song for
the
the show
Sickness.
instead of just getting something that was already recorded.
Mommy, don't do it again.
Okay.
Don't do it again.
Okay, so I'll tell you this right now, Jarrett.
Yeah.
All right, since I'm still working on this bootleg, hey, the scene where Trish and Lady end up doing a threesome with Dante, it's to the tune of Tenacious D's Tribute. Specifically the part where it goes and we played the first thing that came to our heads, and it just so happened to be the best song in the world.
I'm surprised you didn't go with Double Team.
No, that would be too easy.
Fair.
Anyway,
You know what?
hey, so
Fair, I'll give you that.
Anyway, so while that's going on as we pan in away from the NSFW imagery, because let's try to keep
Netflix would not allow that.
Oh, bullshit, they wouldn't allow that. They allowed the fucking threesome to happen in Netflixvania.
I am.
You know what? That's fair.
I will always point to that scene when people try to tell me that they would never do a threesome on Netflix.
Sure, buddy.
I mean, to be honest, the only threesome I would accept is between Alucard, Sci-Fi, and Trevor.
Alucard did get into a threesome with a couple of Japanese people.
Yeah, and I heard that was pretty fucked.
Yeah, they tried to kill him.
Yeah, he wound up having to kill both of them.
Yep.
I guess no future kids.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Alucard did find a lady, but that wasn't until the 4th season of the original Castlevania. Okay, so to continue
Speaking of old, I've always had this question, and I think you guys will actually be thinking about this pretty hard. You know how in anime there's usually the one character, you know, the lolly, or where it's like they're actually are who they are. You know, a 5-year-old girl is a 5-year-old girl, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Anya from Spy X Family.
Yeah.
But then there's the ones like from A Vampire's Bund.
Oh, yeah,
what about
Dance of the Vampire Bund?
Not Bond. I know what I said.
Yeah,
where the character, where the girl is a vampire, she looks like she's in middle school, and she's over thousands and thousands of years old. Basically an adult, but not
like Rachel
not in the body of one.
Like Rachel Alucard from Blaze Blue.
So here's my question: what's creepier, a grown woman going out with a 1,000-year-old boy, or a grown man going out with a 1,000-year-old girl?
That's hard to say.
Can I just say yes and move on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because both are just because that's fair. Because both are just as weird. Okay,
because I know what society is going to say. It's like,
yeah, society's going to accept the lady, a potentially doing the 1,000-year-old Shota, but
yeah,
I say it.
But then again,
society will say the man with the 1,000-year-old girl. But I say,
why not both? Both are
it's
just as creepy.
It's the woman with the 1,000-year-old boy. They may be, but I think it's the girl with the 1,000-year-old boy that's a lot creepier. They're the ones that are mostly making the monster fucker romance books, after all.
Yeah.
Like, let me put it this way: there is now a section in Barnes and Nobles that's called the "Hear Me Out" section.
Oh God, I'd have to go to the Barnes.
What the fuck? Someone actually found a section, and it was on the corner of, like, you know, those like corner of the bookshelves, right, where they just have like specials. They took up an entire corner, and they called it the Hear Me Out section, and each and every single book there was different, from a woman with a robot, a woman with a lizard man, a woman with an owl man, a woman with a moth man, a woman with a fucking werewolf. That's wolf. That's like wolf. That's part human. A werewolf that is human. That's part wolf.
Now you're gonna make. I don't mean to interrupt. Gizmo, I don't mean to interrupt you by this. with this, but since there's a Barnes and Noble nearby where I work, I may be tempted to go. I may be tempted to go there or after work. Yeah, and I'll send you pictures to see if I find any, because oh god, this.
Yeah, that's why I say it's much creepier when the woman does it, because at least with the guy, it's like no, I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, but it's kind of hot. But no, I shouldn't think of these kind of things. Now, when a woman does it, oh my god, it's so taboo. This is so hot. The romance. The stories I can tell this.
I'm going to jail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just it. That should just be the thing. I'm going to jail.
Shit. Oh.
Now. The fucking.
Ow. Bitch.
I'm just picturing, now that we're having this conversation now, I'm picturing the 1,000-year-old vampire chick with the MILF voice,
Ada?
There's already a lot of those, dude.
Yeah, and she's like, in full mode,
Yeah.
I will work off this wild ride, please. I did not sign up for this. Make it stop.
I am not a fan of.
The weirdest fucking thing is, there's actually, I've seen a video of there's this woman. She's like 30 now, right? She's like 4'5", I think, and she's well, people
bitch.
People constantly say, it's like, how old are you? And she's like, she still has to, show ID to, to go to a bar or something like that. And she's got like 3 kids.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's got like 3 kids. All of her kids are taller than she is. It's like, is this your sister? No, that's my mom.
Yeah.
And they're actually
That has
serious.
to be like one of the most awkward things you have to do, is tell people that's your mom, not your sister. Your little sister.
Some people would probably assume, based on my height, that I'm the oldest of.
Yeah. Oh, like,
of my sibling.
That's not uncommon either.
Yeah, my older sister is shorter than I am. To the point where I think somebody in my family, I'm not sure or who, but somebody in my family might have compared her appearance to that of Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, thank fucking God.
Huh.
There's an actual...
Hey.
Herb. Oh no, it's a giant catfish.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so...
No.
Oh, and you know what else is kind of... tells me that the women are the more freakier types when it comes to fetishes? Dude, you know that... Hear Me Out... the Hear Me Out section I just told you about? There's a Hear Me Out cake videos.
Excuse me.
You know what those are?
What?
So what it is that they have a cake on the table, as big or small as they want it to be, and what it is that everyone has a Hear Me Out, right? Me, I sometimes go for the freakier girls like Melina. That's why I always say Hear
Gizmo.
Me Out whenever it comes to her. Now, when it comes to these people, sometimes they'll get something that's reasonable, like Melina, but then you'll have women, and sometimes men will participate too. They'll have freakier additions. Like at first, sometimes it's like sometimes they'll start out tame at first, like
XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot.
XJ9, sure. Android 18. What was it? The Onceler from what was it? The Lorax CGI movie, not the original. Because of that whole, Lorax shit from back in the day. Yeah, that's a little more reasonable than the original Lorax. And then it gets a little freakier. They go like, hear me out, Marge Simpson, hear me out, Lightning McQueen. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
It's
I
a
could
car!
see Marge Lightning is weird. I can't get into sense.
Look, if it were Lightning
Simpson's
from Final
character.
Fantasy 13, I'd get it, but that's... But
Hear me out,
Lightning
Speedy
McQueen?
Y'all
Yeah, but
You're thinking of...
have like
McQueen.
freakier ones, like hear me out, Speedy Gonzalez. Hear me out, the Cactar from Final Fantasy.
and people.
Why would you want the Cactuar?
You're asking me. They're the ones that are
That's a
making
good
these.
question.
Because the Cactuar are just, you know...
Pricks.
Of the...
I regret nothing. Bless you.
Bless you.
And now I'm getting the sling back shooter.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
you.
You know what? One day I might actually make a tier list of hear me out hear me out women. Just for the lulz, see what we can see how much we can actually.
Well, maybe not as a tier list, but I think we could definitely make that work as just a video. They could do that as like the way Markiplier did the Smasher Pass for Pokemon.
Jared's going to say, "Hear me out."
We should do a reaction. We should do another reaction to that.
I'm going to do a hear me out to who?
No, you're Jared. You're going to do a "Hear Me Out" on Larxene from Kingdom
I hate
Hearts.
how the slingshot works.
Now, how do you... You know, I've...
But Larxene is...
You guys...
But Larxene's crazy.
So
like, she's...
Gizmo, I have a feeling that maybe Yumi and Jarrett might be the only people here who knows about this. Do you know about Fred Perry?
Yeah.
What's up?
Fred Perry?
Yeah, I know Fred Perry's work.
What about Fred
yeah.
Perry?
Okay, yeah, so, oh, god damn it. So anyways, like, I understand, like, you know, there's people who, you know, for some reason see the Transformers and say, yes.
Yes.
Fuck.
They're cool. Yes, they're
Lightning-
marketable.
In like a Rule 34 sense, you know?
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
you know, I always wanted to imagine Optimus Prime's giant rod.
Okay.
You've got to imagine Optimus Prime's
Okay,
massive drive shaft.
Okay, guys.
Autobots,
So,
roll out.
Meteors.
But yeah, no.
okay,
like,
guys. Let me
they
tell
at
you.
least have
let me
humanoid
tell you
forms
something.
that can be anthropomorphized. What the fuck are you doing with the cars from Cars?
Okay, guys. So, let's never forget the fact that one of the protagonists of Transformers Prime tried to was more. Or
Oh, yeah,
was
his
more
mom
was very.
wanted-
Yeah, his mom wanted
to
an
do
Optimus. I'm like, look, Optimus he is a great father figure and all that, but let's not and say we did.
I could see Optimus actually being a good father figure, just, you know, not actually being a fucking blood-related father in any way.
You know what?
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
he would be a good mentor.
Yeah, but like, fucking human MILF, thousands of years, probably millions of years younger than him, come to think of it.
She
The
is
answer's-
the, she
the
is the
answer's
size of
probably
an
no.
average human mother.
Why does the first person view for this fucking slingshot work better than, and you know, actually indulging in the game's physics?
Good controls.
Controls are weird.
Dude, I'm using an Xbox One controller. If I can use this and it's no problem.
Fuck.
Ah!
Oh, yeah, guys. Good luck with the stadium race.
What's going on?
I'm just telling you ahead of time. Good luck with the stadium race.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, shit!
I'm gonna exit out of the stage and save real quick because I'm on my last life.
You're on your last life?
Yes, I suck at this because I keep falling because of the stiff as hell jump.
Stiff as hell jump.
I have not fallen once.
I've fallen, and I can't get up. That was my impression of American advertising.
This monkey is having a steam bath. Hey, Piranha Plant. Fuck you. Now I get to steal all of your gold. Because I like gold.
Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, you motherfucker, fuck my mother.
Don't hit the trunks of large trees with the
Gizmo,
stop
we're
block.
not gonna do that to you.
Fuck you, fuck
It
my
is-
mother.
Oh, there's a cookie jar. Cookie jar
Funny how.
TV.
There, we're not gonna do that to you.
Funny how? Funny like a clown? Do I amuse you?
Do I amuse you?
I love the JonTron reference.
That's a Joe Pesci reference.
No, JonTron.
What? JonTron?
Yeah, you don't remember?
No, dude, that was a Joe Pesci reference.
Yeah.
Do you have clown makeup?
No.
Then it's not.
I mean, you know, I guess.
Motherfucker, that's a Joe Pesci reference. I should know.
I mean, here's a JonTron reference, and holy shit!
And holy shit!
I can't believe you do this to me! God damn it! How could you do this to me?
He understood the assignment.
I don't like where this is going. Stop!
I don't like where this is going.
Dumbass monkey.
Oh, we're going in hot. Strap it.
Ah.
Oh, Gizmo, do you... No, I probably...
What?
There comes
Oh,
a
shit.
time when we must realize who's the best
Gizmo, I have a question for you.
And
Do
it's
you-
John. Wait a second. Says
Do you
John.
think...
John, no, look at this.
Do you think...
Come on, get down with
Do you
the
have,
sickness. Your mother come up.
that
get-
clip of
get down
JonTron
with
saying the
sickness.
14 words?
No.
Okay. I just need a clip of somebody who's not me saying that because that, you know, that's...
How you vaguely know the 14 words?
Yeah.
The
No, I
race.
just- Yeah, I just need a clip of that because it's in fucking Devil May Cry essentially, and I figured it would be fucking hilarious to use the JonTron clip. And granted, he was saying that in a, you know, he wasn't saying that in a supportive way, but you know, it'd just be funny if I had that clip of him.
That'd be hilarious.
I can probably find it. I just like no, yeah. If I'm going to even reference it rather than
Oh, you're hello, I'm a monkey and I'm just building a sandcastle. And no, you're not.
yeah. Our main villain here wants to secure a future for monkeys and whatnot.
Oh, apparently they also did a reference to Asmongold in the show.
Yeah, the Alex Jones character is basically him. He has the same hair color, he has the same missing tooth. I don't know how the fuck does somebody who's as rich as Asmongold have fucked up teeth?
I wouldn't really have picked Asmongold as like the conspiracy theorist. There's like others you could have done it with. There's like you could have picked you could have picked Razor Fist. You could have picked Alex Jones. You could have actually picked Alex Jones.
You could have picked fucking Movie Bob.
You could have picked Movie Bob. You could have picked Sargon of Akkad, Chris Ray Gunn. There's a lot of guys that have done politics or done politics before.
Fuck, do Armored Skeptic, even though Armored Skeptic makes videos, breaking down conspiracy theories more so than
Sean Head. You could have done some.
Yeah, anybody
on Sean Head.
Fucking Asmongold, really? And then it turns out that like the only reason he did that is because Adi Shankar is a fucking fan, and it wasn't supposed to be ironic. No, I know it makes sense. It's just
that's the only reason it makes sense, though. Like, I don't know why everything else it just makes zero. Fucking monkey!
Gotcha, bitch.
Step on it. Step on it. Step on it.
Damn it! He ran
Step
right
on the
past
gas.
me.
Step on the gas. Step on the
No! Hit the brakes! I can't stop it!
Do you know why we stopped the car? Do I know why we stopped the car? Guess what? I forgot to close the door. You forgot to close the door.
You forgot to close the door.
Kick, punch, turn,
I
and
forgot
chop
to close the door.
Kick, punch, turn, and chop the door. Or
Kick,
I
punch,
will
turn,
fall
and
on the
chop the
floor.
Or
Crack,
I will
crack the
fall
egg.
on the floor.
Look at the runes you can
Crack,
get
crack
on
the
there.
eggs into the kick.
Crack
I'm
the
gonna
egg.
punch you in the... I don't know if I could say that on this channel. That was a partial reference to the Runaway Guys when Proton John used Parappa the Rappa logic for a minigame in Mario Party.
Danger ahead, difficult for
Stuck
beginners.
my penis in the car door. You stuck your penis in the car door.
Damn you.
Oh, it's Gengar. Blue means all's well, yellow means it's on guard, red means it's in a panic. Doc, I already figured that out by playing the fucking game. The monkey may be violent.
This is where your parents... Oops.
This is where you watch the parents that oops.
You mean Parnitz?
It's a fucking slime. And I got 2 cookies out of that. That's cool.
Parnitz. Oh, for God's sake.
Parsnips.
Have you guys seen the that one spoof of Batman accidentally making a typo when talking about his trauma to the Ninja Turtles? This is where I watch my parents die. Parnitz. Oh, for God's sake.
Well, this will give my the right joystick on my Xbox controller ample opportunity to get just as worn out as the left stick is.
You know, I find it funny how it's like of all the scenes that ended up on the cutting room floor for the Batman vs. TMNT movie, it had to be.
It had to be the Parnitz.
Yes. No. It had to essentially be the my parents line.
I really wish they brought in Casey Jones, man.
Yeah, Casey Jones, April O'Neil, and Master Splinter. So, you know who did geek out over being getting to be the Batman in the movie that fought the Shredder or Gizmo?
Troy Baker.
Yep, on Twitter.
I would.
He's like, okay, don't geek out. Don't geek out. Don't geek out. Oh, I got him. I'm fighting Shredder.
I'm Batman in the Ninja Turtles movie.
What?
I guess you could say Troy really bit.
Yeah, that was a good bit. And like Shredder was not expecting Batman to say Cowabunga.
I don't think anybody.
Joker.
I think, especially
would.
with how serious Troy Baker was voicing Batman in that movie.
Cowabunga, dude.
Oh, dude, he did a great job with Batman.
Cowabunga. Cowabunga.
And he was also,
Cowabunga.
and he also voiced Joker in that same movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that he voiced Joker too, and he did both of them so fucking well. Man.
Cowabunga. Cowabunga piece of dog shit. This game is diarrhea coming out of my
Fucking
dick.
piece of dog shit.
So many references in that movie.
Yeah.
Who would have thought there would have been a TMNT arcade reference in there too?
Huh. Neat.
Where?
You didn't see it? It was at the last battle, and when Raphael caught a Foot Clan ninja, he decided to just do the grab move that you're able to do.
Oh, that.
You know, slam to the side and then slam to the other side over and over and over.
Buggies will turn on the fan if they see you.
There was the reference to the TMNT live action poster where they're sticking their heads out.
Yep, I remember that in the intro sequence.
Big Apple. 3 a.m.
There was a running gag in the Brain Scratch playthrough of Paper Mario. Where when they were talking about the Koopa Brothers, or whenever the Koopa Brothers show up, you hear the 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme. And whenever they exit, you hear, "Oh, heroes in a half shell, turtle power."
Oh, and speaking of, they're doing a crossover with Naruto.
Yeah.
It's good.
Weirdly enough, the race swapped April O'Neil in that actually looks all right.
It looks fine. Actually, she looks really good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
you have to do-
you at least made her look good.
All you gotta do, all you ever have to do in stuff like this, is make the characters not look like dog shit.
Yeah, which is apparently difficult to do.
Apparently, I don't get it.
Wildly,
but they like to make excuses like, "Oh, she's actually this age. Oh, she's actually realistic." It's like, I don't fucking care if she's a goddamn dinosaur. Make her look good.
Dinosaur.
I mean, how?
Dinosaur.
I always just imagine the version of April O'Neil I always end up imagining is the one from the 03 show.
Yeah.
As voiced by Ash Ketchum.
Yeah, honestly, this ain't
that was Veronica Taylor.
Yep.
Honestly, the April O'Neil design is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Does she actually voice in anything anymore? I don't think I ever heard her.
I think Veronica has been in stuff of recently. I mean, she's also Sailor Udo in the Sailor Moon stuff.
Is she? Wow.
Yeah.
Dinosaur, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's still kind of sad though that the Pokemon cast is slowly fading away.
Oh,
my childhood.
Professor Oak and Jason and Jesse are now gone.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
Professor Oak and Jesse are now gone.
The original.
Stuart Zangit's dead?
Yeah.
why must
You-
you hurt?
You didn't know?
I thought I heard Stuart Saget died, but Yes, you've told me several times that the game that you can use the D-pad to move the camera.
Why must you hurt me in this way?
Now James is all on his lonesome.
Yep.
All by myself.
I mean, I know Carter Cathcart's been going through some stuff to the point where he might not be voice acting anymore.
Myself anymore.
Somehow I managed to beat my equally spiky-haired rival.
To be sure.
So, Bungie has announced that they're making another marathon game. Or they've already made a marathon game, and it's going to be coming out this September. Bad news
I don't
is...
trust them.
Yeah, bad news is modern-day Bungie. Also bad news, live service. Live service hero
Oh,
shooter.
Marathon, dude, these were free.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
Keep in mind, these were exclusively Apple iMac
I'll be right back.
games for a while.
Oh, well, that's a kiss of death. Live service. I don't know. Who knows? You know what? No. I don't.
Yeah, Marathon is also where my current avatar decoration is from. I watched like a 2-minute trailer for the new Marathon, and well, yeah, Sony's bringing it to PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox. Missing out on Switch 2, which is kind of
No Switch
interesting.
ports.
Yeah, no Switch ports. Apparently, it was announced back in 2023.
Kind of a lost opportunity there.
Yeah, especially considering the Switch has a massive install base, and you'd probably want to, even if it was just one of those stupid codes in a box like Overwatch was, you'd think that they'd want to capitalize. Even if it's a shitty port. Like, this is Sony we're talking about. They made, like, The Last of Us on PC is one of the biggest train wrecks I've goddamn seen.
Okay, so got.
Everyone calm down. Everything is fine. And everything is burning in the background.
Good news is, apparently Marathon will not require a PlayStation account. But
Good. But that should not be news, considering why would you need any kind of account to play any fucking game online to begin with?
Why would you need a PlayStation account to log into it on fucking Xbox? Or PC?
Why would you need a PlayStation account to log into a goddamn PC game?
Hell,
Because
I shouldn't even need a PlayStation account to play a PlayStation game. Anybody else remember back in the day when you could get a PC?
No, hold on. Devil's advocate, if it was a PlayStation exclusive, and we know they're not going to be handing it out anytime soon, and it's a Sony game, then maybe, just a slight maybe, I can understand why you need an account to sign in. But that's it. For like multi-ports and ports to PC, ports to like next-gen consoles, I don't understand.
Also with Target View.
I don't know. There's a whole bunch of fuck going on.
And now we're playing Ocarina of Time. Yeah, no, I remember back when you didn't even have to have a PlayStation sign-in to play on PS3. I remember having, on my PS4, I just dropped it. Not literally dropped it, you know, but like...
Okay, so
bullets,
after...
Flash bullets, normal bullets, guided bullets. Only normal bullets have endless supply.
And, so after Dante wakes up from that epic threesome he just had with the two lovely ladies, he's then like, oh snap, that was not a dream at all, was it? And they're
it's still the same.
He's like, you know, I just thought Dante's thought process is you know, oh, I just thought that there's no way the woman who betrayed me would actually show off her beautiful bod. It has to be a dream. Especially when there's another woman who happens like my dead mother.
Gross.
Yes, because I had to intentionally showcase the awkwardness for
kind of like how you can in the Evangelion video games, you can have Shinji pair up
with Rei.
Pair up with Rei.
Yep, see what I mean? The monkeys seem oddly relaxed here. Let's ruin that vacation.
Quick question. Which romantic pairing is more Oedipal? The one between Shinji and his and the girl who looks like his mother, or the one between Shinji and his adopted mother/older sister, Misato?
Shinji with the girl with Shinji with the glasses girl.
She looks nothing like his
Oedipus
mother.
complex.
Oedipal.
I don't care.
Oedipal, as in like which one is more fucked up?
Oh, probably the one who looks like his mother.
Okay.
And same. I know I've said like I know
Misato is essentially a case of Stacy's mom has got it going on. So.
Well, no. Well, you got to remember, back in the day, 13 was still the legal age, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that
at the same time, though, no one really took advantage of that.
Yeah, but I was just saying that Misato, at the very least, has that Stacy's mom has got it going on deal.
I'd rather Shinji just be with Rei. Sure, Rei looks like his mom, but that's it.
Yeah, but but what I was actually but what I didn't realize with that was which was more screwed up. But if I would rather Shinji get with the glasses girl from the Rebuild old films, which he does.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I gotcha, I get it. I'm just like
I think the Masato one's actually a little more messed up.
Yeah. I mean,
and not in terms because she's older, because there's a lot of that in anime. It's because Masato is just going to manipulate him into getting into the robot and doing other shit too. Like, hey, if you want to fuck my pussy, you better get into that robot. It's like, yeah, not healthy.
Oh, Gizmo.
My mind is full of fuck, and I do not understand.
Repeat that?
Well, hang on. I'm trying to aim my slingshot here. Oh, whatever. Run to the hills. Okay, so there is actually a an Evangelion Dojin where that actually happens. Except that them doing the do is makes him like less effective in the Eva, so he has to do like training to in order to do it.
Oof.
So he like because he wants to do it, he basically like turns into Goku, who is like, all right, I'll beat up the space aliens. You just gotta pour some sugar on me.
Oh, fuck off.
What does he think he is, Donald Trump?
Booyakasha.
Booyakasha.
Funny thing, there was actually a fanfic I found, and I still remember it. It's still up.
Okay, so then Lady replied.
Where what happened was that Shinji was about to. Well, it was that like Shinji was adopted by Goku and pals, and the moment that they saw the dragon, Shinji asks for his mom to come back to life, and then Shinji was like, "Oh, I don't want to be with my dad," and like, "Oh, I wish Goku was my dad." The moment he says that, he grows a tail, and his hair gets a little more spikier.
Sup, motherfucker? Hey, these angel things.
Then there's
really
supposed to be a time skip where he's where he's working out. Then he gets a time skip where he's working out, and then he just walks away to go to Tokyo 3. And guess what?
That's when Sakio attacks, isn't it?
Never finished, never updated. The guy never logged back in. There was so much potential for a fic like that to be good. Everything else was
my
either.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Okay, so anyway,
dude, you wouldn't believe. Like every other Evangelion Dragon Ball Z crossover was either Saiyans come to this universe or Shinji goes to their universe and blah blah blah. It's never like it wasn't anything as creative as Shinji lets his tongue slip and is now accidentally Goku's dad instead.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah. And he brings his mom back to life too, dude. I would have loved to read that if it weren't for the fact that was the only chapter that was written. Nobody has claimed it to try and like continue it or anything. It's a shame.
So you disabled camera centering until I got to a specific point. You bitch of a game. Wow. You fucking suck. No, you don't. You don't actually. I'm fine. Everything's all right.
Fucking monkey.
Monkey.
Okay, so anyway.
Drop the monkey.
Dunk the monkey.
Get over here.
So.
Monkey.
So anyway, it's like after, but then lady seeing Dante's snark is just like, oh, good morning to you. Oh, Dante. To which then, and he's like, why don't we get this out of the way? Was it good?
I want to find whoever the hell wrote this thing.
Now let me
I don't know how many people it is. I will take pickaxes to the heads of every motherfucker responsible for writing this goddamn thing.
You're really gonna take a pickaxe to me, Jarrett?
Oh, Helsing, I miss you so much. I miss you, Helsing. Why? I wish you didn't go out the way you did.
What?
I'm still shocked. Like he was only 34.
What's this a reference to?
I forgot what movie it was, but he was pretty pissed.
I can't remember I can't remember. I don't know if it was Inappropriate Comedy, Movie 43, or one of those.
I think it was Inappropriate Comedy.
Yeah.
God, Movie 43 was fucking terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so then
it will be extremely cold in this next.
So then and Lady replies, in spite of the fact that you pretty much let me and Trish here do what we wanted to. Yes, it was. I felt it was a very positive experience.
I thought that was from the actual show.
No. Okay. What do you mean it's from the actual show? Why would Addie Shankar write this?
Why would Addie Shankar write?
You know what? That's a good point.
Write the fucking Iraq War invasion in a fucking demon land from the top of the World Trade Centers.
You know what? Fair enough. My mistake. It's a fuck up on my part.
Alex mad. He's seething.
I admit when I fuck up.
Okay. And then
you know it's not fucked up.
Jared,
you know it's not fucked up though.
What? You can't fuck up. You're a memester. Memesters don't fuck up.
You know what's not fucked up though?
What is it? What's
it's
that?
the comic book universe database. Sure, yeah, but what also isn't fucked up is the comic book universe battles database, in which we look at every vegetable, fruit, mineral, and non-binary object on the list that's been added recently. And because of the comic book universe draft, there's been a lot of characters that's been added, and I've also been responsible for adding a few of those too. And we're going to start at the bottom and start with Birdie the Duck from Marvel's What If. Black Orchid from DC Comics. Maestro from Doctor Who. Phantasma from Marvel Comics New Champions.
Fucking bullshit!
The Hanging Balloons from The Hanging Balloons. The Evil Invincibles from Image Comics Invincible. Moon Squire from Marvel's New Champions. Nori Brandyfoot from The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Poppy Poppy Proudfellow from The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. Crimson Fox from DC
Did they count the
Comics.
version of Gandalf in that show as different from the original Gandalf?
I don't think so. Maybe. If they add him here, then it's different enough. Amaranth Hawlett from Marvel's New Champions. Lieutenant Gavin Sykes from Star Wars Episode 1, Battle for Naboo.
What?
Mark Henry from WWE. Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons.
Who from WWE?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Oh, he scales pretty
Itchy and
high.
Scratchy from The Simpsons. Itchy and Scratchy from The Simpsons.
I heard that.
Robin Hood from
The Simpsons.
Robin Hood from The Simpsons.
Robin Hood from Disney.
Hoochie from The Simpsons.
The only Robin Hood that should ever exist. Because every other time they always fuck it up,
Kevin
with one or two
Costner.
exceptions.
Bret
With one
Hart.
or two exceptions. Samoa Joe from WWE. Alan
AEW, get it right.
No.
Alan Shore from Boston Legal. I added that. Eagleman
Oh, sweet.
from Blades into Darkness. AJ Styles from WWE.
TNA.
Judogi from Super Kid. Carmen Carmi Brzado from The Bear. I added him.
Okay.
Ultimate Doctor Strange, also known as Stephen Strange Jr. from Ultimate Marvel Comics.
Didn't he die like a bitch? In
That's someone else. That's another Doctor Strange.
Wait, was that actually a different Doctor Strange?
Luigi Risotto from The Simpsons. Angel Dust from Hazbin Hotel. I added him. Marcus Kincaid from Borderlands. I added him. CM Punk from WWE. Zeph from One
Best
Piece.
in the world.
Zeph from One Piece. Yo-Yo Dodo from the Looney Tunes. Dodger from Oliver and Company. Hualin from Soul Calibur 3. Beetle from the
Legend
okay.
of Zelda?
Wow, Beetle, really? Yeah, Beetle from Legend of Zelda. Still kind of surprising. Sabu from ECW. Brian Bedford from Miracle on 34th Street, the remake. Mr. Og from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ash from Alien. Prospero
Ash Williams?
from the No, I just said
The robot.
I said Ash from Alien. I would have said his full name. Prospero from William Shakespeare's The Tempest. Mickey
Wait,
Mouse.
I'll pause for a second. Sonic Prime is getting a complete series on Blu-ray.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that worth getting?
Probably not.
Sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Like, it's $50 for the Steelbook in April 24th. June 24th.
Is there a non-steel book?
Yeah, Steelbook.
Is there a non-steel book?
Maybe I don't see it yet though. I imagine that will be released at around the same time. I like Steelbook though. All right, continue, Gizmo. Sorry.
Mickey Mouse, Tom Collins from The Mousetrap. Adam from Record of Ragnarok.
God, that.
King Horn from King Horn.
From fucking garbage.
Doesn't
I'm
say
not garbage.
I'm now
I
in
think
fact-
like
okay. It's just a fantasy creature, King Horn. I don't know where from though. It doesn't say. It's kind of hard to find. Gold Tiger from Marvel's New Champions. Pearl from X. No, not Twitter, you smartass. From the movie called X. Suzy Mirage Young from the cartoon Cops. No, not related to the same cop.
Yeah, no. I know which cops you're talking about.
Shut up.
It's a weird fucking show.
Yeah, like COPS, cops, not cops.
Yeah.
It's an actual acronym. Enan, Sorceress Supreme from Marvel's Ultimate Black Panther. Karen from SpongeBob SquarePants. Kelsey Piccoli from Krewe.
Sorry, I found the Donkey Kong barrels.
Kelsey Piccoli from Craig of the Creek. Amelia Jones from Power Rangers Dino Fury. Tina Mainframe Cassidy from Cops, the cartoon. Willow Oofgood from Willow. And lastly, Nightshade, Logan Lewis from Marvel.
Okay.
And in terms of fights, let's see here. Battles in progress. Chitari versus... For the past fights, Chitari versus Parademons. Parademons win by 1 vote.
No surprise there.
Captain Carter from What If versus Miles Mayhem. Captain Carter wins by 4 votes. Zilla versus Zilla Jr. Zilla Jr. wins by 2 votes.
Of
No
course,
surprise there.
Godzilla Jr. wins by 2 votes. Godzilla.
No, it's Zilla Jr. or from the show.
Yeah,
From
I know
the cartoon.
show. From the cartoon. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
an actual Godzilla versus whatever the fuck that is.
Taskmaster versus Mystique. Taskmaster wins by 2 votes.
Ironic how the cartoon is better than the movie.
Very ironic.
I can't
Very.
wait to see how they fuck up Taskmaster again.
Sydney
God damn it.
Prescott versus Aaron Sydney Prescott versus Aaron Harson. Aaron Harson wins by 3 votes. Lothar versus Roadblock. Roadblock wins by 3
Look at
votes.
me, I'm simulating Ocarina of Time.
Shank
Yeah.
versus Vert Wheeler. Shank wins by 2 votes. Radic versus Tech9. Radic wins by 1 vote. Sabine Wren versus Chrysalis, the Chrysalis alien. Sabine Wren wins by 4 votes. And Jill Johnson versus B from the Babysitter. Jill Johnson wins by 2 votes. And in terms of rated battles, Lord Zed versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Princess Leia Organa versus the Swimmer Aliens. Jack Traven versus Simon Gruber. Laurie Strode versus Sarah Connor. And Maureen Epps versus Crystal May Creasy. No tournament battles, no draft battles yet. And 1 Rumble battle. Storm and Power Ranger... Storm and Ninja Storm Power Rangers and Storm Blaster versus Witherstorm and Stormhawks and Storm Shadow. That one seems to be getting the most attention for some reason.
Which one?
Storm and the Ninja Storm Power Rangers and Storm Blaster versus Witherstorm and Stormhawks and Storm Shadow.
So are we talking about Prime Connor and Prime Strode? Or older Connor and older Strode?
That depends. That depends on the writer. Let me see.
You know that Mickey
First to the
Speedway
goal
is one of the
wins.
hardest games ever made.
Because you see, it's not. They don't just pick Sarah Connor older, Sarah Connor younger. It really depends on the writer. Because usually, stuff like them being older or younger doesn't really make a difference.
Or in a weird sense, Genesis Connor versus Rob Zombie Strode.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, Rob Zombie Strode is the voice of Mary / Lady in Netflix May Cry.
Oh God, no!
Oh, okay. So it's basically who's going to survive basically, it's a survival match. Who survives the Jeepers Creepers the longest?
Please tell me she's not a screaming fucking mess like she is in the zombie films.
She was always a screaming mess. But the difference is that she can actually fight back.
Fair.
Unfortunately, she has been afflicted by.
But yeah, it's
writing.
Laurie Strode. But yeah, Laurie Strode and Sarah Connor, they're not fighting each other per se. They're basically fighting for survival against the Jeepers Creepers. They're asking who would survive the longest.
Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those
lost.
peepers? Jeepers creepers. Fuck that director.
Oh yeah, fuck him in the ass. Jesus Christ, the fact that he was even able to direct a movie.
Oh my ass.
But yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's a good debate topic. Larry Strode versus Sarah Connor. Who survives the Jeepers Creepers monster the longest?
I got a match: Robin Polanski versus Victor Salva.
Sigourney Weaver, because she's of age.
Alex, why?
Okay then.
Alex, why would you do this?
I mean, I'm right. Tell me I'm not right.
Horny bastard.
No, the fucking. No, because the Jeepers Creepers director is a pedophile.
You dug your grave.
I get that.
Yeah, he's fucked in
You're
the
already
head.
dead.
That's why I said smartass. I fucking monkey.
Nayana Shinshindeyu.
Omae wa mou shinderu.
So Gizmo's on the ice level.
You just checked it, didn't you?
I was looking. I just checked the
I'm
the OBS stream.
Yeah, I'm not.
We're
really
falling
looking at the
horribly
picture.
behind. So yeah, Gizmo, you're probably gonna beat us
Look what I've got. A new
very easily.
Check it out.
In which case, I will say GG's.
Well, it's not the amount of monkeys you should be concerned with either, though. It's the
medals.
How soon can you catch the very last monkey?
Yeah.
Monkey.
The very last monkey was so tricky for me to figure out.
Monkey, 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 monkey.
Monkey.
Oh yeah, the draft. So the draft character picks. The theme is characters that have not been used at all in the entire site's history. So if you can find the character that has not been used in past matches or past drafts, you can use them. Or if you haven't found them in the database, you can add them. As long as you follow the rules on how to add them, and then you can use them. Hence why I had to add some characters. For example, I had to add Alan Shore. I had to add Marcus Kincaid. I had to add Carbon Brizzato so I could use them, because a lot of other picks were already taken, or they were already used. Oh, and I should also mention the characters you have to pick. Slot 1, comic book leader, as long as the comic book character has been a leader or is a leader of a team. The horror slasher, it has to be a horror movie slasher villain. Pop culture lawyer, I think that says it all. Anime overpowered protagonist, that should also say it all. Science fiction explorer, the character has to have been or still is exploring space. Like, say, your Picards, your Star-Lords, your Han Solos, that kind of thing. Fantasy wizard, it has to be from the fantasy section, no more, and it has to coincide with actually being a wizard. Magic, beard, staff, any of them, or even a combination. Video game merchant, literally what it says on the tin. They have to be a merchant in video games. Cartoon gag.
If I said Commander Wolf's head looked like a fatty, would you join me in a laugh?
Yes. You're gonna suck my britches.
Oh, settle down, Rocky Dennis.
The cartoon gag character, literally what it says on the tin. It has to be a cartoon character that follows the laws and logic of cartoons. Yakko, Wacko, and Dot Warner, Discord, Freakazoid, that kind of thing. The professional wrestler, I don't have to explain that either. Except he has to be a real wrestler, not like one of those.
Damn it! No Mike Hager.
Kenny Omega.
Fake celebrity wrestlers you see on cartoons or TV. Steel Toe, Bonesaw, those don't count. Cactus Jack, Hulk Hogan, those count. The chef, literally the character has to be a chef. That's it. like
Schnitzel.
what was it?
Mungdal.
Sanji, Zeph, Gordon Ramsay, that kind of thing. And right now, what I picked out was the Immortal. Fuck me, I had to pick the Immortal. Babyface Killer. Alan Shore. Laucorn Godimus from the Fatal Fury motion picture. Thank God no one picked him. Jonathan Archer, which is an underrated Star Trek captain. Rubius Hagrid. Marcus Kincaid from Borderlands. Apple Bloom from My Little Pony. Cactus Jack. And Carmen Berzato. So if you decide to go into the comic book draft, make sure the characters you want to use have not been used, and if your character that you want to use is not in the database, submit him in.
By the way, massive props for picking
Before
Captain
anyone else
Archer.
does, because for all you know, someone else might be thinking of getting this. Dude, he's underrated, man. I'm a big simp when it comes to fucking Scott Bakula.
It's been a long road.
I loved him in Quantum Leap. I sure as hell loved him as Jonathan Archer.
It's been a long time.
Now I'm finally in the ice level.
And that's what I get for talking about the comic book universe database.
What? That I catch up?
Yes, that's the joke.
So,
fucking Mammoth.
Get
away! Get away! Get away!
For the record, I get that the game.
Take me, I got strength to believe I can do anything.
What have you done?
I swear these monkeys are just.
No, it's gonna bend
Monkey.
or break me.
Monkey.
I can reach any star.
Ow.
And I've got faith.
Keep an eye out on.
Hold
Hang on,
on.
Alex. Stop for a second. Keep an eye out on WrestleMania. I'm gonna try and bring a sign, so you may or may not see me.
Fuck! Oh, thank God.
What?
Bring a sign of the Electric Ferrets logo.
Just
I was gonna bring a
Draw-
sign that says greetings.
draw.
I was gonna bring a sign with two sides. One that says greetings from the Mehtly crew, and the other side says Cena eats
I'm
corn
dead.
the wrong way.
And
Bring both.
I have to say, the main character's little thing when he gets his health reduced to 0 is just so. Oh, like, this bites.
Shit.
So. Oh, jeez.
Woo!
I did not know that was going to happen when I the ice. You may be nice and comfy in your warm sweater, but too bad.
Got him.
Yes.
Ooh, this gives me an idea for a tier list.
What?
Monkey
What?
characters.
Monkey.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong
Monkey.
gets S tier.
Diddy Kong.
Candy Kong gets C
Oh
tier.
no. Yeah, that
Monkey.
wasn't any. Yeah, that wasn't any better, guy.
Monkey! In this world,
My God, he's finally
we
fucking
won't
lost it.
spank monkey. The monkey will spank us.
What?
Fucking
We need to have like a
I
we need to have like a Kevin Smith movie marathon.
well, as long as we don't watch any of the stuff where he purposefully tanks his reputation. and
We're
then
watching
sure.
those too.
Like with Cop out
Keep-
and Yoga Hosers.
Yeah,
Keep
Cop
in
mind,
Out,
it's a-
Yoga
Cop
Hosers.
Out is the film
Clerks.
that made Bruce Willis stop caring about acting.
What film?
By the way,
Cop
Gizmo.
Out.
That's kind of surprising
keep in
though.
mind- Keep in mind, if we were to do a Kevin Smith watch, we would have to include Teen Titans Judas Contract in there because guess who makes a cameo in that?
Oh,
I know that.
Oh, sweet chaos.
he's also in Live Free and Die Hard.
Oh my god.
We'll do that. Wait,
It's so
really?
weird though to hear that Bruce Willis was an ass to Kevin Smith.
No, Kevin Smith was an ass to Bruce Willis. Apparently, he
That makes sense.
like that was
Well, no.
why he stopped caring about acting.
But why? Like, dude, I get if you disagree with this was back in the day when Kevin Smith wasn't an ass, wasn't a simp, you know? Like he actually criticized
Wasn't
what he
a
loved.
shill.
Yeah, back then he was known to criticize what he loved from the comic book art, comic book story, movies, everything.
Oh geez, another movie we would have to watch.
You know, like, and this was. Why would you ever hate Kevin Smith? This was not his. He wasn't an asshole like that, was he?
Is that movie Zack and Miri making porno?
Yeah, so apparently Bruce Willis didn't like how disorganized the film production was because Kevin Smith was constantly smoking weed the whole time.
Oh.
Is that always his thing, though?
I don't know.
I mean, I know
Apparently-
that's Rogan's thing.
But what does he mean by disorganized? Like he couldn't find his trailer or something? Like
apparently production was just a mess. Like it was rough. Like you would, like, I don't know, because they don't have specifics. All I know is that Kevin Smith said that Bruce Willis didn't want to cooperate with him during production, and Bruce Willis said that was because Kevin Smith was constantly high and was not very well put together during the production. And I have no idea about any specifics about that. That's all they told me, because I looked it up and it just doesn't say anything. Well, anything else, I should say.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, it's not like we could ask Bruce Willis.
Oh yeah, so apparently somebody else said that other actors were dissatisfied with it as well because, quote, he smokes way too much pot, he sat behind his monitor, didn't interact with the actors, and essentially gave them no direction.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
That clicks a lot more, because if you're just not giving your actors direction when you're the director and you're just having to read off of the script, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I can't tell if what I'm doing is good or not if I don't have, because the director is the one who has access to the monitor and the footage to play it back.
Alex, to quote Mark Hamill, "Lead me, my wise guru."
Yeah.
Now now that I have this little gadget here, or I'm reminded of this bit from an abridgment of Fist of the North Star, which is called Dub of the North Star. Essentially, when Kenshiro was fighting against this one rando, he was all like, hey, the guy was all like, well then, let's see you try kicking my ass while I'm flying away. Flying away. Flying. Oh! He's saying this as he's twirling the staff.
Speaking of Mark Hamill and Kevin Smith, cock knocker.
I remember Tomato Gaming's
I
greatest
see.
creation, Come Master. I might as well throw everything off track.
What track were we on?
None of them.
None of them. Yeah.
We've all-
So go.
we
Go
lost our
ahead,
memories from the past 20 years. Alex, do you even remember who you are?
So,
Of course, Alex casually admits he doesn't.
so I'm just kind of going back and redoing a bunch of stuff. Up just because that completionist in me is not going to let me. Not going to let me proceed until I do it.
More. Give me more. Oh shit, Roman's on TV. Hang on, I need to mute all of you guys.
More! I need more cocaine! Says Piccolo. Oh no, we gave him cocaine. What? It's a spice. It's a spice. Spice of life.
I'd rather go to King Dakar.
Oh my god.
I'm just King Dakar.
Yeah, I do too, Gizmo, and I've actually written it.
Fucking flying animal. There you go.
I'm like, I feel like they skimmed over a gadget. I'm like, when...
I have 3 monkeys left to capture.
But yeah. So you guys ever played any of the Bomberman 64 games?
No.
Because this game is kind of reminding... Yeah, this game is kind of reminding me of the first Bomberman 64 game. So, what's your favorite N6?
My favorite what?
N64 game.
Yeah, it's between
Mortal Kombat
Ocarina of Time and
Mythology,
Perfect Dark.
Sub-Zero.
No,
Well, at
no,
least
that's Mortal Kombat. No, that's a horrible fucking game. What are you talking about?
What do you mean? It's one of the best games ever.
Is Ben saying Mortal Kombat 4?
Jarrett is saying something
Jarrett.
really stupid.
Of course I'm saying something stupid because it's a joke. It's not a
I
funny
know.
joke.
I know it's
It's
a joke.
over,
I'm
Jarrett.
glad it's a joke, but
Shinnok
it's still
is dead.
No,
The
hold
good
on.
guys have won.
AK4 is actually entertaining. Mythologies is a piece of shit.
No, yeah, no. Mortal Kombat 4. I'm cool with Mortal Kombat 4.
Mythologies.
Yeah, but
on the
I
other hand,
was-
sucks dick.
Sorry, I was kind of referencing the stupid and Mortal
Never,
Kombat.
Sonya. I agree to help Special Forces, not turn myself in.
No, it's
Black-
I agree to help defeat Shinnok, not turn
Oh.
myself into the special forces. The Black Dragon, live on.
Bum, bum, bum.
The Black Dragon died with Kano. You're the last one, Jarek.
Never.
This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
I'm so good.
Oh my god.
I need a money!
Wrong, Jarek. This is not a brutality. This is a fatality.
I need a money!
Can't you see, Liu Kang? This is a trap.
Oh my god.
This is not a trap. This is a fatality. What? What? This is not a trap. This is an aggressive meter trademark.
Let's see.
Didn't even need the stun baton that time.
By defeating my defeating my nemesis Sub-Zero. Scorpion! No! Our battle is finished. Live well, Lin Kuei warrior. I don't know. Favorite N64.
Okay, it's a mix. It's a toss up between the original Smash and Pokemon Puzzle League.
I'm gonna throw a curveball. Mischief Makers.
Nice. Shake, shake that.
Shake, 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 shake.
Part of what I know of Mischief Maker from that Saint sketch. Shake, 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 shake,
shake, shake, shake, shake.
Shake your booty.
Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty.
Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight.
Ooh, get down tonight.
Do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Anytime I hear that song, I specifically think of the intro to
I think of that scene from Dr. Dolittle with the hamster played by Chris Rock.
How do you think Disney's gonna fare with the Power Rangers reboot?
Poorly.
You think so?
Because here's the thing, back in the day, Disney era, that was the best Power Rangers had ever been, and the best Power Rangers has been since then. Color of the Monkeys pants shows their power. Yellow pants are normal. And that's it. Thanks, Doc.
Oh, you'll see by their behavior. You'll get it pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, on the one hand, I do want to have some optimism, but on the other hand, it's modern Disney, and their fuck-ups outweigh...
Excuse me.
Their fuck-ups just outweigh everything.
Yeah.
I really hope that they do at least decently enough for like a couple seasons as like a test audience thing. I don't want them to fuck up like Power Rangers in any way. They say it's a reboot, but for all we know, it's literally just a new Power Rangers universe that's separate from all the others. Literally.
Yeah.
A separate universe. Like, oh, they occasionally get the help of, like, the vets from, SPD, Time Force, that kind of thing.
Can't be worse than the Turbo movie.
Oh, for fuck, the Turbo movie.
I own the Turbo movie.
It's a boring. Boring!
I made my own DVD Blu-ray combo pack by taking the original Fox DVD and my Shout Factory Blu-ray and putting them in the same case.
At least the first movie was entertaining.
Go Power Rangers!
Super Giga Mecha Nesbit.
We like giant robots.
If they
Oh,
ever do
God.
like a Green Ranger thing again, you know, where it's like, oh, I used to be the enemy, but now I'm working with the Rangers, that kind of shit, they have to have a Jason David Franklin memorial somehow. Thank you.
Yeah. They ought to, but you know.
Chick, dick, giant robots.
I miss Megas.
I do too, and I've attempted to rewatch some of that, and I'm like, I think I want to save this for later.
He's the mech I want right next to for the fucking Dragon Zord and the Golden Gundam.
I think Burning Gundam is my favorite mech.
That's what I meant, the Burning Gundam. I always get them.
Well, it's Burning Gundam in the dub, but
the names,
but in the Japanese.
In the
version,
Japanese, it's Golden Gundam. I know
actually,
that.
God Gundam.
The fuck? Okay.
Well, you didn't know that?
No, I keep forgetting.
So, in Japanese, Tomokazu Seki says, "Goto finger."
Maybe that's why I keep saying Gold Gundam.
I mean, hell, G Gundam's title is pretty much God Gundam. I just
Burning Finger sounds a lot cooler.
I know, and it's helped by the fact that Mark Gatha is the one saying it, because he sells it the best.
Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum. Ow. Bum ba dum bum.
That is an odd remix of the Indiana Jones theme.
Indiana freaking Jones.
Here we go now, really slow. Nearly limping, cause he's old.
Is there a Indiana Jones crossover you think makes total sense?
Zorro.
Well, obviously. I think I mentioned that.
The Mummy?
Oh, the Mummy. Ooh. Indiana Jones and
Brendan Fraser.
And the golden sarcophagus.
Destroying the DMV is still in my head, yes.
Dude, that clip of the DMV and Coop has actually made it to the featured front page of YouTube.
Oh, they're doing a 4K of Clueless. Oh, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, thank fucking God, there's a version that isn't a $40 or $45 steelbook.
I like steelbooks, but they don't need to be everywhere.
Yeah, and by the way, I believe the Sonic 3...
Sonic 3 comes out tomorrow.
Yep.
Sonic Prime... Let's see, Season 1 is $11.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2 is $11.
Walter Benasiak did a fan fiction thing where you know who Walter Benasiak is, right?
Yeah.
Part of Channel Awesome.
He's the guy. He's the guy that Channel Awesome gets to play a quote unquote Zack Snyder.
Yeah, so he has this thing called Fanscription, where he has like these what if scenarios for movies, like what if what was it? Like what if Back to the Future 4 actually happened, that kind of thing. And he actually gives his own take of like how the movie would go if it actually did come true and he was behind the idea. And one of them was a crossover of Indiana Jones and Batman, but it wasn't of Batman, it was Indiana Jones and Ra's al Ghul. And he called it Indiana Jones and the Lazarus Pit.
That actually sounds
that's
pretty
a good
good.
one.
And the concept is that Indiana Jones and Raish have been like at it for years now, and it was to the point where even Indiana Jones was so enamored by the pit that he took a dip in it, and he was temporarily young, young again, and it was to the point where him and a grown-up short round were able to beat up Ra's al Ghul's bodyguard and have him drop into the pit and drown.
Oh, I just thought of something. Indiana Jones and Wolfenstein.
Ooh, Indiana Jones and the Castle of Wolfenstein.
I can just
Indiana
imagine,
Jones and the Wolfenstein Castle.
I can just imagine here.
Oh, what about
BJ
Indiana Jones?
Blazkowicz and Indy. That's so cool.
What about Indiana Jones and potentially Lupin the Third?
Fuck yes.
That would be awesome.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Sold. You don't have to say more. That would
Just
be...
remember.
Say no
just
more.
Remember,
you've struck oil.
Just remember, Daisuke Jigen says that his reputation for misogyny is
A
legend.
completely unknown
Which I say,
named
which I say
Dexter.
that.
Hi, Dexter.
No. That is an actual quote from Jigen, into which I'm like,
This is a giant T-Rex.
Is not liking Fujiko considered sexist?
No.
Exactly. I was gonna say, I think not liking Fujiko is smart.
Not liking Fujiko is just common sense.
Exactly.
Oh, well,
like
then I don't have any common sense then, because Fujiko was one of my first crushes.
No, not like that. Not like
No,
that.
not
I mean,
like
like
that.
as a character, she's good. But if you were in the Lupin universe, you would understandably hate Fujiko. If you were if you were in the same business as, say, Lupin and Jigen.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fair enough, because I get,
I mean, hell, Jigen...
Femme fatale.
Femme fatale. And one who actively screws over Lupin in almost every opportunity.
Okay, and that I can see.
Game over.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh. No. I was about to say there's too much MCU shit. I was gonna say like Indiana Jones and the Hammer of Thor.
No, because there's nothing interesting that can happen there. He's either worthy or he's not, and I don't think Indiana Jones would be worthy. He's a good guy, but he's not. He ain't Captain America good, you know?
Well,
no.
Here's the thing. I feel like because he sacrifices everything, including priceless artifacts, to save people, he would be worthy. He just doesn't see it, and that would see him as more than worthy too.
I mean, I kind of get it as like a concept.
Like, come on, you should you should carry it, Mr. Jones. You're worthy. I'm just an old man trying to teach a college that underpays me, and I keep getting all these relics destroyed and lost.
It's not the ears, honey. It's the mom.
I don't deserve the hammer. And then later on, he's able to pick up the hammer. Jesus.
I knew it, Dr. Jones. I knew it.
Yeah, it's just that it's kind of obvious. You know, it's like it's one of those things where I like it in concept, but we all know where it's going just from the...
Oh, I just thought of something.
What?
Indiana Jones and the Rocketeer.
Yes! Oh, I love the Rocketeer so much. The fact that they made it so fucking kiddie with
the fucking pink Rocketeer.
With the girl and the pink and shit. Like, what the fuck? That's not the Rocketeer.
What the fuck?
Oh, it is the Rocketeer. That is not the Rocketeer.
You
that
took one of the greatest movies of all time and pissed on it.
Yeah. Directed by the guy who did the original Captain America. And I'm not talking about the shitty one. I'm talking about the good one.
A damn shame, you know?
Ah, fuck.
What now?
Yo, mother.
Dexter?
Why does every time the monkey hits me with something, And the guy sounds
Oh
like
my
he's
God.
saying combo
getting-
breaker.
Combo breaker.
Guys. Hey guys,
What?
it's Ocarina of Time again.
Yep.
I just got Ford.
Ooh, you know what? Indiana Jones and the Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
That is going to require a lot of fucking world building.
It would be cool though. Like, imagine it's like 1930 something. They find the Ocarina, a ruined civilization of Hyrule, and like a guy who looks distinctively like Link is like, "Oh yeah, my grandpa used to yada yada said he protected it yada yada." And then it's like there's this huge hurricane that's
Blonde
slowly
guy with
forming,
spiky
like
ears.
a Ganon, and then it's like, where'd you get those scars? Oh, I don't know. My dad said it was an accident, and it's like they're oddly shaped, almost look like they're supposed to be pointed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I protected you in your identity, and I had to make you look almost human.
I mean,
that's why we had to do that to your ears. That's why we had to desecrate your ears. You know, something like that.
Now, some people have pointed ears naturally, actually.
Yeah, but not like that.
I know. Maybe he just wears
What
a hat all the time, like a green beanie.
You know what? Yeah, that would make sense considering this is before Star Trek hit the scene and everything.
Yeah.
And elves weren't as like known unless you actively read those kind of books. Oh, I could just imagine the scenario now.
Hey, Junior,
it's like...
hang on. Hey, Junior, get a load of Legolas.
I can just imagine the scenario right now. Indiana Jones and a couple of his friends. It could be like him, the dad, and like a couple of other Indy's friends, maybe some enemies if they forced them to look for the Ocarina. They're like caught in some sort of giant hurricane. You hear Ganon's theme slowly playing as a skeleton rises up, and then like you see like veins forming slowly, and then like the muscle and organs, and then skin starts forming, and you notice that it's a dark color, and then you hear Indy saying,
orange hair starts growing from his head.
That's kind of reminding me of how
yeah, it's like slowly forming.
That's kind of reminding me how Ganondorf came back to life in Tears of the Kingdom.
But here's the thing: he doesn't fight him because it's modern day. They probably wouldn't have even their modern weaponry probably wouldn't hurt them because all that magic shit is seen as, nonsense. So the only thing to hold back Ganon is to prevent him from being summoned. So it would just show his body only being summoned slowly as through that hurricane of dust and wind and shit. You can probably hear Indy say something like, "Play the song! Play it!" And it's like an argument. It's like, why me? Because you're him! You're the hero of time!
What the hell? Which song?
Kid!
Indy, which song, Indy?
The one about the rain! Or something like that.
And he's gotta, like, play it. He's gotta play it backwards to stop the rain.
Oh, you know what? That would be a good one. It's like forward, it just sounds like a normal song, but if he plays it backwards, it sounds like the Legend of Zelda theme. Like, you can hear it like... And then, like, the body stops, and it slowly starts to deform.
Let the body
as he plays the whole thing slowly. And you hear Indy get like, "Yes! Play, kid! Keep going! You're doing great!" And then it's like you hear an orchestra start to play with him.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
You can imagine it. Imagine it as like it starts off.
You were about to say?
Oh, is it not coming through?
No, it didn't go through.
God damn it, I've got to turn off noise suppression.
Going back to the Ra's al Ghul, it wouldn't be out of place for Indy to, meet up with Alfred, a younger Alfred,
like that. Ooh. Unfortunately, he's owned by Warner Brothers, and therefore would not be able to happen.
It would be nice to at least see like a collab comic of like with Warner Brothers and like whatnot.
Hey, remember when Batman threw Ra's al Ghul into the sun?
I mean, the Turtles are owned by Paramount.
Fucking excuse me?
I mean,
yeah.
The Turtles are owned by Paramount, so...
Were crazy.
Oh, and yet they were still able to do a collab with WB with Batman vs. TMNT.
Yeah, but we're not talking, like, the bitterest of bitter rivals here. We're talking, like, they're like... friendly competition at best. Disney and Warner Brothers have literally not spoken since that, fucking...
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Who Framed Roger
Yes.
Rabbit, yeah.
Exactly that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's sad because we could have had a really good Who Framed Roger Rabbit prequel taking place during World War II with Tom Cruise, and we never got
That would have been cool. I would not have been opposed to that.
That would have been, I think it would have been called Who Found Roger Rabbit, or Who Discovered Roger Rabbit.
But no, they have to make things different for no reason.
World War II propaganda cartoons. There's apparently, take this with a grain of salt, I could be misremembering, but there's one scene where they actually deployed the Toons for war, but they're too loony. And it results in a lot of shenanigans, and they're like, well, that's not going to work.
I still think my idea of who killed Roger Rabbit would have been good.
Oh, that's the plot of the original book.
Was it?
Yeah.
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 I didn't know that.
The book is very different.
Yeah, the book was called Who Censored Roger Rabbit, and censoring is like Toon version of murder.
Killing.
Huh.
You know what would be a cool sequel?
And so,
you know what
like,
I would do?
Jessica essentially... Jessica essentially hires the detective to find out
there's a fucking genie
who killed Roger, and like she had something to do with it. Turns out the author liked the movie so much he wrote a sequel to the movie rather than a sequel to his own damn book.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, and it's so the book, the sequel book, starts off with Jessica being like, "Oh boy, I'm glad all of that was just a dream," and then moves on to the plot of the sequel to the movie.
Woo.
Go up.
Ooh. Indiana Jones and the Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
He would actually see one of them, and that's enough for him to actually be convinced that the Colossi are real. Here's the thing, though. He would partner up with it just to take care of some other giant motherfucker. Like maybe like it's an undead Colossus or something.
Or Galactus.
No.
Ooh,
that would be a bit
Indiana
much.
Jones,
That's a bit much.
and the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes. Ah, that fits so well.
You wanna know what I would do for Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel?
So you're an archaeologist, mate. Let me tell you something. When we find the treasure, I'll get the... You don't have to worry about it. It's not how
What I would do, I would call it Who Kidnapped Who Framed
Is that how the
Roger
Force
Rabbit, right?
works?
I would
It's
have
not how
it
the
take
Force
place
works.
between the late 90s and early 2000s, you know, during the big CGI boom and the anime boom that was happening around that time. Have it center around that.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Have like a background cameo of Goku and Superman hanging out in the background. Like seriously, like imagine Imagine it was like a scene like maybe like the protagonist chasing Tom and Jerry for something, and they just run past Goku and Superman. Animated series Superman and
Yeah.
You can't catch me.
Them sitting in a cafe, and Batman
Okay.
walks over and is like, "You took my spot."
I was gonna say like whatever studio they're at, but that works too.
I still think someone has to have the balls to make something akin to the idea of who killed Roger Rabbit and he's actually dead.
You could do that with who
You
kidnapped
could do
Roger
the
Rabbit,
murder
get
of
murdered.
Roger Rabbit and have it be like,
No, it has to follow the naming scheme.
I know. I was just
It was like who
goofing
framed
because it could be
who Roger Rabbit. Now it's who killed Roger Rabbit.
Don't kill me, please.
it could be like a goofy thing, like
Bad imitation.
like the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, you know?
No, it's got to be like something akin to Judge Doom.
Yeah.
So
David Sazov.
okay, so by the way, Jarrett, you want to know one thing?
And it's got to be.
that,
It can't,
How can I know?
one of our
and here's the thing: I don't want it to just show Disney and Warner Brothers. It has to show more than that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because ever since,
Yeah.
because think about it like this: Disney and Warner Brothers used to be the top dogs when it came to animation, but now we have like other companies popping up. We have indies. We have like fan projects.
So what you're saying is Rescue Rangers only if it was good.
Like make it so that, like, let's say the cartoon industry is on its last legs or something. Like you know how like
Kinda like it was
you know how
during that
YouTubers. Like, you know how, like, YouTubers are like, oh, the cartoon industry is on its last legs. Oh, it's doing horrible. You know
here's
have
an
it
idea that
actually
you
do
made.
horrible.
Remember the last Roger Rabbit cartoon where he destroys Mount Everest?
Yes.
Tie it into that. And the consequences that come from him destroying Mount Everest. Because that happens in the real world. Because of what was it? It was like a malfunction. It was a major malfunction that caused Roger Rabbit to shoot all the way there.
No, but then if you do something like...
destroy that. Look, I didn't mean to destroy the landmark. It was just a miscalculation.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, they couldn't. It's like, it's beyond their budget. We didn't get permission. They don't have the funds to restore properly, yada, yada. And then if once he's fired, he gets killed off, but it's someone familiar. It's got to be someone familiar that kills
David Zaslav.
him off. I want it to be someone that's familiar, or not even just by movie standards. Like, oh, I saw he was from Who Framed. Like, no. It's gotta be like a character that in lore Roger would be friends with. Like, you can actually see them getting along.
Here's a crazy twist. What if it's the son of the detective?
No.
That would fuck up too much.
My idea is that the son of the detective would actually be taking the case because him and Roger used to be close. That was the idea originally.
The grandson of the original detective.
No, great grandson. It has to be the great grandson. Like it's like, and like the Valiant Detective Agency is like a family business kind of thing.
Right.
It has to be something like that. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense if it was just the great grandkid. It would be the great grandkid along like other parts of the Valiant family.
Grandson by the time
it has to be like a great grandson, a great great whatever you have you son, because otherwise it would not make sense as to why the Valiant of all like detective agencies are on the case.
Yeah.
You know, it could be like the dialogue could be like your great so on and so forth grandfather used to be so fond of the tunes, but then as time went on, grandparent after grandparent, they just hated tunes. We could never figure it out. You know, something like that. And it's like, but you dine with the tunes. You laugh with the tunes. You're different from them. What makes it that you're so attached to them? And it's not like why as in like how do you do it? It's why as in like why do you bother kind of thing while everybody else is hanging out with like real people or people
Gizmo, write that idea down.
or
Write
tunes
that
that
down
sort of
right
kind of
now.
look real. I'm literally saying this at the top of my head.
No, yeah, but write it down because that's a good idea.
Write it down. It's such a good fucking idea. Write it down.
Make sure you remind me because I might forget it after the stream.
That's fair.
Right.
What's that? I want to get the timestamp of the stream right now.
Ooh,
So-
and I want. And here's the thing. The gun that Valiant used, the Toon gun, I want him to look back at it as like a reminder, but he doesn't get a Toon gun like that. You know what he'll get instead? He'll get a gun that's straight off, that's drawn like an anime. Like something from an anime series. Like maybe he gets a gun that's in the art. Maybe he gets a gun that looks like it's been drawn by the guy who made Lupin or something like that. Like, and whenever he fires it, it makes the cartoons a gunshot sound effect from the anime, something like that. But then it breaks, and then he has no choice but to use the old school gun. And then you see the
The bullets have to be.
bullets are
talked
like,
into-
"Hey, you look familiar."
Yeah.
And then it's like, "No way, no how! It's got to be Eddie Valiant." It's like, "I am Eddie Valiant, the other Eddie Valiant." For God's sake. Why do you want to use us? Why, that's what I'm saying too. Why would I want to use some old 6-shooter when I can go for like a magazine? And they're like, whoa, we don't say around the old man. Hey, you don't like no magazine, no sir. Something like that. I don't know.
That's such a great idea, and the sad thing is they're never going to do it.
Because they're idiots.
That's why I want to. That's why I've always been on this idea of like, let me check out some fanfics, and if they're good enough, I want to see if I can make them into audio dramas.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's what I also want to do. I want to look for unfinished ones that haven't been updated in fucking years, and then give off like a speech of like, oh, this could have been, what could have been, you know, it could have been gone this way or that way. But we're still going to give credit to the author, yada yada, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of fanfics that have not been finished, but are actually really good.
Yeah. My favorite
No, this
Death
is
Note
probably-
thing was it's All You Need Is Love, never finished.
All you need is love, come together. All you need is love, everyone.
All you need is love, love,
love.
love is all
Love
you
is
need.
all you need. So
I think
go
you're right, because-
so
Wait, that
just-
begs the question though. Should Jessica Rabbit return?
Yes.
If Who Killed
Yes.
Roger Rabbit ever becomes a thing?
And she's
Yes.
gotta
Okay.
you gotta do like an anime styled cousin of hers
Yes.
who looks she's gotta look like a cross between the girl from Gurren Lagann and
Yoko?
Yeah, Yoko. She's gotta look like a cross between Yoko Littner and Tifa Lockhart.
That's really specific.
I mean, tall, leggy, giant tits, you know.
Outside of Goku, whatever anime character
would look really
should
good in a
appear?
silk dress.
Well, besides Goku, there has to be more anime characters, but there also has to be more of the indie variety. I could totally see stuff like maybe some Newgrounds characters, or maybe like the tank guy Pico,
salad
or
fingers.
like you know Angel Dust from like Halfman Hotel, like making appearances.
Well, I was thinking late 90s, early 2000s.
Static
but I see
Shock.
what you're going with.
Static. Well, no, he was a comic book character.
Yeah, but he was
He was a
also
comic book character before he was a cartoon.
If Superman's gonna be there, Static Shock has to be too.
Fair. That's fair.
Same with animated Batman.
I like.
No, you know what? It has to.
Batman compared with?
It has to be a bunch of the animated Batman hanging out with each other.
Yeah,
what?
and then you could have
want-
some of the animated Supermen too.
Yep.
I want my boy Felix to get some screen time.
Maybe one of his first cases would be like someone trying to.
Have the original Brandon, not Brandon Fraser. What was it? What was that animated Superman called? The really good animated one
Fleischer.
from a long time ago.
Fleischer Superman.
You
No,
can
Fleischer.
find
Fleischer.
videos of us
Astro Boy.
watching the Fleischer Superman elsewhere on this channel.
That's one of my favorite Superman theme songs, alongside The Adventures of Superman.
I know.
Guys, you want to know what happened while I was doing some platforming?
You died?
Not just that, but
So I have a
I
quick question.
pressed.
Sorry, go ahead.
I pressed R1 twice.
You pressed the button and nothing occurred?
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, I have an idea. What if the Valiant what if the Valiant kid is like, he's known as a womanizer, but he goes after but he's been known to go after the strangest of like cartoon ladies. And it's like, while you see girls like let's say maybe Cinderella saying hi, or maybe you see like Panty and Stocking like wiggling their fingers hello. It's just like
trying to hit on Fiona from Shrek.
I'm gonna throw a curveball, Hollywood.
But no, like it's gonna be like a reveal kind of thing, where it's like, oh my god, it's my ex, and like you see like Panty waving, and they're like, oh, really? There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's had a ride with her. I'm like, and he's like, who? You think I'm that desperate? No,
That's literally a gag from Just League Dark Apocalypse.
Yes, bitches, don't ruin it.
That's great.
But it's gonna be like, no. Oh, why would I ride her? You think I'm that desperate? No, I'm talking about. Oh shit, she's here, and it's not gonna be like a curvy girl. It's not gonna be like a busty woman. It's not even gonna be like cannon fodder stuff. Like say like how like the Brony era, they're always like lusting after like the bipedal girls. It's gonna be like a 16-bit girl that never had an adaptation outside of her game, and it's gonna be like, oh,
The chick from Valis?
you know what? That would be funny. And she's still in her 16-bit form. It's like, shit. Hi, Valis. You never called. No. Yeah, I tried.
You know,
How hard was it to write? You said call, but then you expect me to send you a letter, but through pigeon.
Babe, you know how difficult it is to make love when I have a 3D penis and you have 1 pixel? It's very sharp.
No. You know, it would be funnier if it's like, it was actually good, but then he has to deal with the fact that she has to select her positions through a meter he can visually see above them. It's like, but you said I was nice. Yeah. You were only using me for the sex? The sex was good. I just didn't like the fact that I could see you switching above me with a meter. And it's like, and you see like maybe one of his partners going, "Oh, what the hell are you talking about?" He points up, and you see like an item selection, like meter, and they're like, He's like, how does that even work? And I'm like, I'm not telling you shit.
Oh, hey, there is a Superman Jr. novel coming out on June 3rd. It is a prequel to Superman Legacy.
Uh-huh.
One of his exes is Miss Pac-Man.
Yes.
Oh, and Valis wouldn't be the first. Oh,
Like he only.
here's the idea. Valis wouldn't be the first girl that he slept with. That's weird. It would go for canon. It would like cater to like other canon fodder girls, like the obvious jokes for like weird tastes.
Throw you
Like
a curveball. Lizzie from Rampage, in her lizard form.
Oh no!
It counts.
you know what? That would work as a joke too.
That would work.
It would be like you see the partner was like, "How did that even work?" And it would be like, "Oh well, she would grab me. She would grab me. Are you gonna go any further than that? No, I refuse." But you told me the first part. I gotta hear the second part. Nope. How did it work? I ain't saying shit. Tell me. Nope.
It's a PG-13 movie. We can't get graphic.
You know what? They have to do something like that too. It's got to be subtle though, like Archer's subtle.
Yeah.
Like Archer. I'm talking Archer subtle. Do you know what year we're in? Yeah, I don't think that was ever established.
I don't think the higher powers would allow us to be graphic.
Yeah, not like, oh, do you know what year it is? Well, I don't know. I never really asked the producer or anything like that. No, nothing like in your face. It has to be subtle. Like, oh, you know what? I don't think we ever said.
Hold on, I got it. There's a higher power that's prohibiting for me to be graphic.
And then there's
just to make it more timeless.
Just a giant pair of hands that pull his pants back up.
And when things get too spicy, there's a cartoon sign that says no, with a slot going through the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to a bit of the bootleg plot. After Lady redresses herself, but has ditched the government gear in favor of gear from DMC5. He takes Dante and Lady to meet Nell Goldstein. Now that name might sound familiar. Really? Nobody?
I'm trying to kill a monkey.
That's racist.
Okay, Nell Goldstein is the person who made Dante's guns.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Devil May Cry, and I played the first one.
Nell Goldstein is not going to show up in the show. Mark my fucking words.
Is she in 3? Is she in
4? She's in a prequel
She's
manga.
From the manga, which this show is allegedly
I don't know.
Allegedly adapting, but is not.
Which it's not. It's already given up on the established canon of Devil May Cry 3, so why should I give a shit about the... So why should I give...
given up on the plot of Devil May Cry 1? One of the fucking bosses is already...
Which boss?
Fucking Goo Man. Goo Man is already exposed.
Nightmare?
Monkey!
Yeah, Plasma.
Wait, Nightmare?
No, Plasma. The guy who I was constantly calling Omak during the video.
Wait a minute. Legends of the Hidden Temple, Omak?
No, Omak.
Come on!
Omak from
Fucking hell.
Yeah, you just remember you can crouch and you can crawl.
Yep.
Yeah, Omak from DC Comics.
Dumbass. Dumbass monkey.
Monkey.
Oh, the third girl Valiant has to go out with has to be an animal girl. Not talking anthro. I'm talking a straight up animal girl, like Chitara. Girl animal.
Chitara.
No. I didn't say anthro. It has to be straight up girl that's an animal.
Nala.
Crystal.
You know what? Yeah, that would be funny. Then it's like, wait, who'd you go out with now? And he's like looking around. He's like, I don't see her. And he was
Ebony
like, look down.
Ivory will be made from Darkcom or something. You're probably right.
Is realist metal in
It's
there?
like, I don't see her. Look down, buddy. And it's like, no. He sees Nala. She's like, why didn't you call? With what? You don't own a phone. You don't have thumbs.
Babe, you live in a jungle. I thought we were still on. I just haven't swung by in a couple of days.
In the jungle, the
And then it's like after the fight and after Nala gives her the info he needs, and like the partner's like, what is wrong with you? And then it's like the fourth and final one, it's like, wait, you have 4X?
Or hell,
This is like, yeah. And he's like,
which
is it
one's
a
all-
beetle? Is it a robot? But here's the kicker. It's not going to be like another fucked up choice. It's just going to be like a normal girl. At first, it looks like a normal girl. But then it's like she turns around and maybe there's like a tail or a pair of wings. Or maybe maybe it is a robot or some shit.
See, I thought you were going to say something like, I thought you were going to say something like fucking Astolfo.
You know what? Going back to that animal girl, the wolf girl from Alpha and Omega, just to be obscure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No.
The only exposure I've ever had to those are Dishonored Wolf's reviews.
I remember his
Fuck!
video of The Last Jedi. I think it was him anyways.
Yeah, he did a... Wolf was awesome. I don't care what he says about his old videos anymore. Or he might have changed his mind on his old videos. But those old videos...
Hold on.
were
Who
great.
should direct Who Killed Roger Rabbit? Who would direct Who Killed Roger Rabbit?
Robert
I had
Rodriguez.
something in mind, but
Ooh, you know what? Yes! Robert Rodriguez is such a good...
Okay, yeah.
Such a good pick.
Who do we
Wait,
get
who?
to
Wait,
play
what was
Eddie
that?
Valiant the 5th or whatever?
It has to be someone young, and by then it's probably going to be like either a new actor that's rising up or an actor who looks extremely young for their age.
Who? Tom Holland?
But if I had it my way, it would have to be maybe Leonardo DiCaprio.
I
Like,
was,
yeah,
I
if-
was
if
thinking
you're making
Timothy
it-
Clement.
Yeah, if you're making it back, like back in the day, DiCaprio, yeah.
But would it have to take place modern day, or would it take place in the 90s and 2000s?
Like if you were...
That's why I'm wondering.
If you were doing if you were doing it in the 90s or 2000s, DiCaprio would be the perfect choice for that particular era. If you're doing it now, maybe Timothée Chalamet, maybe
Yep, that was my choice.
yeah, Chalamet, Tom Holland. I
don't know about Tom Holland. He looks too young.
Well, yeah, but that almost makes it work better because then people are like constantly have him do the New York voice that he did, the fake New York voice that he did when he was doing the voiceover for the Spider-Man.
I was thinking more
video,
Andrew
you know?
Garfield.
Finn Wolfhard.
I was thinking more Andrew Garfield.
Finn Wolfhard, maybe. Definitely Andrew. Andrew would be a good choice.
I don't know
I
a number of
agree.
these people you were talking about aside from Holland.
Andrew Garfield is from the guy from The Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, a Garfield as well. Oh, I know him.
Which sucked. I'm just kidding. It was okay.
It was the way they treated the Spider-Man was just heinous.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
the 2012 movie was fine. You know, I
Give
didn't
us a
mind it.
whole rhino fight scene. Holy shit. Who does that?
Tony.
You cut.
But Jesus Christ, that Amazing Spider-Man 2 get fucked beyond belief.
The fact
So
that
much
they
lost
killed
potential.
Gwen Stacy in the second one.
Dude,
I love.
they could have saved that for the third movie.
I love that Gwen
I had to
Stacy.
make titanium balls, but yes, third movie. Too bad Sony are fucking idiots.
I almost thought that they'd have the sense to not kill her off, considering how well the two of them got on.
Again, Sony are fucking idiots.
Amy Pascal, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or maybe it could be, you know what, since we're talking about Spider-Man actors, maybe it could be Tobey Maguire. He still has that youthful look.
He could play the dad.
You think so?
Yeah. Have him play Andrew Garfield's dad. Just as a gag, you know?
Here's something I've always wondered.
What the hell's his name? Elijah Wood.
Ooh.
Oh, that's an interesting choice. That's interesting. Here's my thing too.
Loading in well. Fuck you.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing too. And Who Framed Roger Rabbit? It's obviously, and it's pretty blatant that just like anyone else, if your female character is drawn well, people are gonna fawn over you. That's common sense at this point. You know, people fawned over Lola Bunny, people fawned over Jessica Rabbit, people fawned over fucking Tifa when she first debuted. Should there be Cool World rules or not when it comes to how humans and toons interact?
Remind me what those rules are.
Rules. Cool World had
So here's the thing
rules.
about Cool World. When humans and toons are not... So, toons, in the movie, toons and humans were never supposed to meet up. Not like that, anyway. They literally lived in separate dimensions.
But Cool World was a
Reading this
hellish...
letter, you are lost.
Right, but one of the rules in there was that toons and humans should never mate. It should never mate. Have sex. Fuck. You know, they should not be able to procreate. And that's because in the movie, when it...
There we go. Oh, come on.
Originally released, it would literally fuck up the dimension. It would literally fuck up dimensions because the moment a toon and a human fuck the human, then both dimensions are fucked. Originally, though, before the movie was released, before the rewrites, if a human and a toon fucked, nothing bad would happen except for the offspring, which would be a monstrous hybrid of toon and human. And originally that was going to be like a horror movie where like the half toon, half human was going around killing people. I'm wondering what would happen if something like that was present in the Roger Rabbit universe, because you don't really get an answer.
Miley Cyrus is half toon, half human.
You don't get an answer for that kind of thing.
Have her
because
half
everyone
toon, half human killer.
Because you really don't get an answer for that kind of thing in Roger Rabbit. Everyone's fawning over Jessica Rabbit and not caring about any kind of consequences if they ever laid a hand. If they're even able to lay a hand on her, they just want to fuck her. They just want to be with her, kiss her, molest her, what have you. And nothing like, oh, a monstrous baby or like fuck up dimensions is ever brought up because it was such a grounded universe. What I'm wondering is, what if something like that grew throughout the years and it's seen as a taboo just because it sounds so weird? Just like how nowadays people are like, oh, you're a gooner, you just want to have sex with the cartoon. What if that was a thing back then?
You could save some of those ideas,
but it was seen as taboo, not weird. You think so?
Yeah.
Who killed Roger Rabbit? Who framed Roger Rabbit? Who killed Roger Rabbit? What would the third movie even be called?
Who fucked Roger Rabbit?
Who blamed?
Oh, fuck. Oh no!
There's so many kids. Who reamed Roger Rabbit?
Okay, who framed Roger Rabbit? That's obvious. Who killed Roger Rabbit? That's obvious. It's got to be obvious though, because who framed Roger Rabbit? It's obvious someone framed him. Who killed Roger Rabbit? So obviously someone killed him. What would the third one be?
Roger Rabbit.
Who rebooted Roger Rabbit?
Oh, that's
like,
okay.
Oh hell no!
Okay, that blows my idea out of the water.
Well, I don't know. I like that title, but that would implicate that they brought Roger Rabbit back to life.
Right.
But,
that would cheapen it.
Exactly.
No, I feel like you could do
That's
it in
the
a way
point.
that they're trying.
Oh, you know what? No. I just thought of something. What if they didn't bring him back to life, but they made a new version of Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be something. And Jessica Rabbit would be like, "Oh, it's not the same. You know, you're not the same Roger Rabbit." And the creator's like, "But I made him for you."
Who cloned Roger Rabbit?
It's too sci-fi, and that's kind of saying something.
Fair enough. Okay, hold on. Hear me out. Who traced Roger Rabbit?
Say that again.
Who
traced Roger Rabbit?
A summoned sword has hit the towers.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Who traced
Roger
Roger
Rabbit? The answer
You know,
will always
tracing.
be Greg Land.
Ah, man, it's either who rebooted Roger Rabbit and who avenged Roger Rabbit. Those two titles are what are the ones that really get me, because those really sound good. You could do a lot with those titles.
Who avenged Roger Rabbit? And the answer is Roger Rabbit.
You find I was dead? Please, I'm the main star.
Yeah, that's a
No,
great
but
line, too.
the second movie is already about avenging him, isn't it?
You know what?
Well,
Fair.
what would the third? What would the third one be then? Like, if it was who avenged Roger Rabbit, like killing in his name?
Roger Rabbit, the search for more money.
They ran out of money midway through making the movie. Now it's just storyboards.
Ooh, you know what? The third movie could be about like how they have to tunes are being. The tunes are becoming more and more restricted to the companies that have made them. So avenging Roger. So maybe avenging Roger Rabbit is like giving him back to the proper person who created him or something. But the companies. But the studios are trying to keep the guy who created him from earning any money back. So avenging Roger Rabbit could be you're trying to avenge the original creator from getting cheated out of this creation of Roger Rabbit or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's one idea. Now, for who rebooted Roger Rabbit, it could be that maybe this is a Roger Rabbit that nobody knows who created, and he's on a spree of some sort, killing tunes.
Maybe he's just wandering around,
or
trying
maybe
to figure out
wreaking havoc.
Why he exists?
You know what? Why? You know what?
Because nobody wants him.
Route, you know,
because he can't possibly live up to the original.
That works. Oh, Toontown Purge. Oh, you know what? Wait, when you say Toontown Purge, are you talking they're having a purge in Toontown, or Toontown is getting destroyed?
With all the companies being protected for their IPs, and a mysterious killer killing the tunes, could go either way.
That could go somewhere. Ooh, you know what? I got something. What if the new Roger Rabbit is constantly trying to look for a place to belong, but the person who keeps on sabotaging his plans is maybe an old tune that used to be friends with the original? For all we know, it could be the baby tune who smokes, and he's I've been trying to keep him from desecrating his name. Look at him, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
because he keeps on
work.
Baby Herman.
Because Baby Herman, maybe the reboot Roger Rabbit is always trying to look for a place, hence why he always looks like different art styles. 1 minute it looks like he's drawn by Akira Toriyama, another moment he looks like he's drawn in Cal Arts, another moment when he looks like he's drawn in Flash, that kind of thing.
I'm telling you, Valiant, I had a good reason why I did it.
Yeah, it was something like that. He was literally trying to look for a home. What home? He's a freak. He keeps changing the lines and looking like a freak. He's a freak. Toons are freaks. That's what makes them cool.
But this is different. He's not consistent.
What was last time you heard of a consistent Toon? Arrest him.
You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand.
I did it all for the nookie.
So you have to take the cookie and stick it up your yeah.
I met a lot of dirty Toons, but it's the first time I ever met one so filthy. Take him away, boys.
Wow! You don't know what you're doing. Trust me. He's gonna bring up the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's just, you know,
Oh,
what if, studio asks for a fourth movie? Who killed, who framed, who killed, who rebooted, who avenged? Now it's who avenged Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
All right.
Now it's who avenged Roger Rabbit.
All right. I think I'm just gonna call on for the night, guys.
Oh, see.
So next time on The Ape of Escapes,
It's kind of funny because I just saved, so that's cool. That's perfect timing.
You got a shot.
timing.
All right.
Yeah.
well, no, Gizmo. I'm calling for the night just because, as one, I can't find. I mean the one, I can't find a way to get to one of the apes that I was. That I pretty much conceded this to you. Oh,
I'm just having a fun time playing the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to just do everything I can in the game. So next time on Ape Escape, we will continue. Until then, toodles.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to say the N-word.
You know where to
Please
find
don't.
me, Ben, and Kevin.
No.
Jared, promote your channel.
If you like retro games, mean bullshit, and spicy
waifus.
and spicy waifus, go on to twitch.tv/Jarrett 2 R's 1 T 1991.
And Gizmo.
You'll find me at Gizmo Ibiki on YouTube. Literally, my name is the channel name. When I get a chance to stream again, or post up my first review, that's where you'll find me. Gizmo Ibiki at YouTube.com.
All right.
And next week I will be resuming Sonic's Shadow Generations.
I'm probably going to be doing. I gotta get back to Mario 2. I gotta get back to Halo. I gotta get back to Chrono Trigger.
Gotta get back to Spider-Man.
I already did Spider-Man. Oh, right. I've gotta get back to Spider-Man 1. That game's such a fucking mess, though. Fuck it. I'll figure it out later on. Bye, everybody. Come back on Wednesday for more Borderlands, and Friday.
And
what are we doing on Friday? Are we doing back to the Screw Attack tier list?
Yes.
I think before we go back to doing the Screw Attack tier list, we should check out one of my favorite Doug Walker reviews, which was his Alone in the Dark review.
Okay.
What? Which was what?
Alone in the Dark.
Yeah, his review of that movie. Where we could reminisce on the times back when Spoonie wasn't insane and when Linkara was dictator.
Yeah.
I like to wear women's clothing. I
was never a fan of Linkara to begin with.
Linkara used to be... I will say, Linkara used to be a lot better than he is now. The weird thing
I can't stand that voice!
The weird thing is, his voice has gotten more annoying the older he's gotten. Like, it's gotten more exaggerated, you know? Like, if you go back to his first video, he sounds almost normal. Whereas...
Does he, though?
Almost, I said. He also almost looks normal. It's kind of like the opposite of how my voice has gone over the years. So as, like, I've gotten better at speaking, Linkara has gotten worse.